My friends, my comrades, I have bidded with dark powers so I could see you here today. As some of you know, I have recurring headaches. It's an issue medically. We'll look at it. Maybe brain cancer. I could be dying. You don't know. And yesterday I developed a headache. And normally this takes me out of commission 3 to 4, sometimes even 5 days. And I thought, okay, great, can't stream at all for like 5 days during an incredible news week. Every day something new happens, you know. And then I remembered there's always communion with the dark gods. So what I did was a little blood ritual later, you know, one less cat in the house, and I have bidded for a temporary reprieve from my head pain. So the dark gods are fickle. I don't know if this is going to last. So if I come off a little bit off on stream, it's because I'm kind of like on the cusp of a headache, you know? Oh yeah, we sacrificed we sacrificed Eduardo, the third cat that you guys haven't seen. He's always in the basement. He just chills down there. So now it's just the two. Now it's just Pigeon and Artemy. Yeah, just down to those two. Anyway, so I'll try to keep it together. But if stream ends a little earlier than usual, or if I come off a little bit dead in my canter, I deeply apologize. How high am I? I am not high. I can't stream high. I get so nervous. There are so many people watching. I'm high, and it's like, ooh, you know, it's too much. Way too much. Way too much for being high. So we won't be doing that. But I'll try my best to push on through in spite of my sobriety, okay? One other issue we might have, and I genuinely don't know why this is the camera might freeze. I noticed that it was freezing a little bit before stream. I don't know why it was doing that. I checked all the connections. Everything was clean. I don't know if it'll be an issue. But if it is, I'll just refresh it. No big deal. But yeah, anyway, I don't know why that was happening. I have a feeling the camera was freezing for the same reason I wasn't able to get Bloodborne working, but I've switched things around since then, so we'll see, we'll see. Turn the AC off. How the fuck y'all doing? Folks, friends, I hope you're doing well. There is, as always, so much to cover. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that true? Is Liam O'Mara pulling ahead of his opponent? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Liam O'Mara. Liam O'Mara. Holy fuck. For those of you who don't remember, this is a prospective congressional candidate who I've had on my stream once before. Really, really great guy. Proper progressive, I mean, really far left as the electorate goes. And this is a purple district. Yeah, exclamation point Liam. Liam. If you want to see in chat. This guy's really, really fucking cool. And this is a purple district, meaning that historically, Republicans have, had an equal band in here. So he's actually challenging, I think, a 20-year incumbent Republican. If a district Democrats couldn't break for 2 decades ends up getting broken by a progressive, holy shit, that would demolish the theory that you can only run progressives in super safe blue districts. That they are also. Oh no, it froze. See, the thing froze. Oh no. Why is it doing that? Get back. Damn, I can tell that's going to be super annoying today. 538 only has him at a 7% chance. Does that take into account the most recent polling? Yeah, it's still a fairly slim chance, but we'll have to see. Is this accounting for, does it say where the polls come together? We'll have to see. Why was Garfield there? Explain now. Oh, you guys don't know about Garfield, or sorry, Voshfield? Voshfield's been a longtime guest of the stream. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, he's always lurking. Yeah, the popular vote margin. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, he has a chance to win, and it also means, by the way, that if he wins, we'll have an insider in Congress. We'll have an insider, baby. Oh man, that's gonna be sick. Can you imagine? Like, I would have had a chat with a congressperson. Oh shit. Fucking sick. All right, let's take a look. How are we doing? How's the president? How are we doing? Whoo, baby. Man, that slipped it. What was that the last time we took a look at it? Was it 22 to 78 or something? Now we're at 15 to 85. Whoo. H. Palmer guy spoke to AOC, so he's better. Listen, it's not a contest, okay? But as soon as I'm winning, it will be. Anyway, yeah, damn, 15. It's slipping. Those chances of victory are slipping. Where are they going, Trump? Where are they going? Whoo! Ohio, slimly favored for Biden. Holy shit. My God. Man, that is sick. Florida is almost certainly going to go to Biden. I want Texas. I want Texas. That's what I want. That's what I want to sink my teeth into. Gimme. That's what I want. I want to eat it. What's your take on the lawsuits for mail-in voting? Which one? There are like multiple. Kind of differs based on the lawsuit, right? Texas has too much VDS. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. What I'm really worried about, though, is that District of Columbia vote. You never know where this wild card is going to go. Whew. Whew. Where is that one going to go? You never know. We've also had a change in the Senate forecast. It's very, very small, but it went from 67 to 33 in favor of Dems to 68-32 in favor of Dems. So there's a 1-point shift since we last checked it, which is good if we can get the Senate as well. I mean, that's a big fucking get. And of course, as before, the House is overwhelmingly favored for Democrats. Before it was 93-7, now it's 94-6 that Democrats maintain control of the House. Yeah. Yeah, blue yeehaws are possible. What is this? Trump? What? Trump will take a medical evaluation administered by a Fox News doctor on TV. What's the fucking doctor from Simpsons? The one, he's got like a goatee and an accent. Does anyone know that guy's name? Does anyone remember the Dr. Nick? Yeah. He's looking good. You know? It puts the little fucking metal thing on his forehead. His heartbeat looks good. Hi, everybody. Yeah. God, what a fucking shit show, dude. I can't. Wait, it's on Fox. Maybe it'll be Dr. House. Oh shit, they're gonna bring him in. The season finale. House finished, right? I've never seen a single episode. I think I saw one episode of House. The formula really bored me, though. Like, I saw one episode and I was already bored. Isn't every single episode of House like, he's an edgy, dark. He get things done the normal way. Doctor, you say it's a cancer of the spleen? I think this is a cold. No, this is my house. I know it's cancer of the spleen. Well, you can't get in there. I have this patient under armed guard with tripwires set to explode if any rogue doctor crosses into this room. Okay. And then there's like a 20-minute break-in sequence, and then he treats the cancer. And then he jumps out, and everyone's like, damn, House, we disagreed with you, but you sure do know the truth. You were correct. This is pretty much every episode, right? Also, he's an alcoholic, yeah. It's basically just Sherlock Holmes. Well, yeah, right? Sherlock Holmes, House. Doesn't really take a 10,000 IQ big brain genius to figure out the reference they were going for with that one. Oh, he's addicted to pills, not alcohol? Well, I don't fucking know. Yeah. Yeah. Sherlock House, yeah. House is basically Rick. Well, Rick was not the first Rick. Whoa! This is going to get really annoying, I can tell. What is going on? Chill. What the fuck is going on right now with my fucking bus load? Dude, my motherboard has the shittiest fucking USB load imaginable. Holy shit. I feel like the motherboard can't handle any more than like 2 or 3 fucking USB inputs. How hot is your camera? Could be overheating. No. It's not the camera. It's not the camera. Yeah, we have a lot of new viewers now. You guys don't remember the good old camera issues days. That's OG Vosh, you know? What Mobo do you have? I don't know. I think it was like $280 though, so it's hardly like a top of the line one. Do you want investment from PC updates into us? No, but I'm getting a new computer soon. You should buy a PCI USB 3 expansion card. I probably should. But God damn it! All right. Can we chill? Just turn off the camera or something? That's a great idea. You know what? I have a headache anyway. Do you think you guys can handle just my smooth, silky voice? Yeah, I saw a hyena. All right, folks. Do you think you can handle it? All right, listen up. We're running through this hot. We're running through this fast, okay? This is going to be some sick shit, and I need you guys to stick with me, okay? Hey! We'll keep the camera as long as we can, okay? Are you fucking ready? Are you ready to start stream? I need you guys with me. I need you with me. Are you ready to start stream? Yeah, come on. Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring the energy level up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get me fucking pumped, okay? Be the horse adrenaline injected directly into my heart, okay? There we go. We're pumped the fuck up. Let's get started. We're going to keep this going for as long as we can before my cam inevitably freezes for reasons that are entirely unknown to me. 13 people were charged Thursday in an alleged domestic terrorism plot to kidnap Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer, federal and state officials announced. Folks, the discourse around this has been fucking wild. Just absolutely wild, okay? First of all, credit to CNN here for using the term domestic terrorism, because you know what term I've been seeing used an awful lot lately? Militias. And there goes the cam. Goodbye, webcam. Hello, Voshfield. Welcome back. For the smug commentary you all come here for. Now listen up. The term that I've been seeing, okay, is militias. Now, I don't know what the fuck militias means to the people who are using it in this context, but when you are plotting to kidnap a governor, militia is no longer an accurate descriptor of your behavior, okay? Imagine you have like a book club and they read books. And then one day the book club gets together and builds a bomb and bombs a stadium. Would the news reports say stadium bombed by book club? Well, it depends on whether or not they're white. That's the thing. Generally speaking, when you commit acts of domestic terrorism, you're referred to as a domestic terrorist. So it's really weird that so many news outlets are calling these motherfuckers militias. Read further. The alleged scheme involved plans to overthrow several state governments that the suspects believe are violating the U.S. Constitution, including the government of Michigan and Whitmer, according to a federal criminal complaint. Damn, you know? Marx did the theory, so these guys could do the praxis. Holy shit, overthrowing the state. 6 people were charged federally with conspiracy to kidnap, and 7 other people associated with the militia group Wolverine Watchmen were charged by the state Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel announced. The individuals in state custody are suspected to have attempted to identify the home addresses of law enforcement officers in order to target them, made threats of violence intended to instigate a civil war, and engaged in planning and training for an operation to attack the Capitol building of Michigan and to kidnap government officials, including the governor of Michigan. First off, I really need to point this out. On Twitter, Tim Pool was making fun of a guy for saying that this was an attempt at provoking civil war, even though that was the stated intention of the domestic terrorists. And the idea of Tim fucking Pool making fun of somebody else for claiming something is an attempt at civil war is hysterical. No credibility on that guy. Just a fucking clown, this man, Tim Pool. But additionally, I really have to wonder what these people's plans are. I don't know if they thought that, like, kidnapping a governor means you can collapse the state. I don't know what exactly their plan there was, but whatever the case is, they were caught by the feds. What's done is done. And we now have to look at this and wonder, how did we end up at this point? I've seen so much funny-ass discourse, dude, and if I was like a proper news show instead of a shitty YouTuber, I would have it prepared for you, but I've seen people, yeah, thank you, FBI, you know, always an ally to the left, thank you very much. The funniest shit that I saw was somebody who posted a picture of one of the domestic terrorists' houses on Twitter, and it was like some rundown, shitty fucking house or whatever, and they were like, maybe we should have a conversation about how class radicalizes people, how material conditions, which is, again, something that can only ever be said about white people, okay? If a bunch of fucking black people attempted domestic terror, nobody'd be having this conversation. Additionally, there was another tweet I saw, I know I'm paraphrasing from Twitter quite a bit today, but this tweet was good, that no black person attempted to fucking out the mayor of Flint in spite of him literally poisoning their entire town to death. The idea that it's like poverty that turns people into fucking radical. First of all, nobody talks about this. The poorer you are, the more likely you are to vote Biden. Wealth correlates with supporting Trump. Poor people don't get radicalized into being Trump supporters. That bullshit people were peddling back in 2016, where it was economic anxiety, was a bad attempt at projecting class analysis onto a scenario that was much better described by the rural-urban divide and the wealth-poverty divide in the other direction. And let's not forget the race divide, okay? Hey, you all know, if you're not voting Biden, you ain't black. All right. So I think about 6% of the current black population is about to lose their black card. Republicans can't keep the black vote for shit. The idea that this isn't an inherently racialized dynamic is fucking idiotic. But whatever the case may be, being poor doesn't turn you into a fucking domestic terrorist. OK, that's not how it works. Now, the funniest thing that I saw from all of this is people are apparently saying this was actually a radical anarchist cell that did this. Like, it was anarchists. They're the ones who did this, you know? And their evidence for this is, hold on. Michigan kidnapping, anarchist. Here we go. Here, from the Federalist. Nothing but the most reliable news sources here. See, this is one of the Deuterinos. Brandon Caserta has an anarchist flag right behind his head. I know, based, epic, amazing. So this must have been like some sort of far left, like, radical insurrectionary, you know, communist attempt. Except, hold on, that guy, Brandon Caserta, what else is he up to on social media? Saying Jesus would have supported Kyle Rittenhouse? When you've smoked 3 commies before you can legally smoke cigarettes. See, and it's funny because he killed commies before he could smoke cigarettes. Identifying himself with the Boogaloo group. That's very interesting. You know, this meme right here in particular, I don't know if commies would be in on this type of humor. You know, it's funny when children gun down commies, you know? I don't really think so. See, my man over here, Brandon Caserta, was an ANCAP, not an anarchist. And if there's anything we know about ANCAPs, it's that they're fucking idiots. Just really, really dumb. This guy also had the no step on snake flag in his bedroom. You know, the yellow flag, that flag. He also had the no step on snake flag. This was an ANCAP, folks, not an anarchist. That's why he wanted to, quote unquote, take down the state. Not because he was a fucking communist, because he was an ANCAP, a far-right ideology. ANCAPs are not anarchists. Frankly, American libertarians aren't libertarians, you know. The fathers of American libertarianism, you know, no state, big corporations, actually prided themselves on the fact that they appropriated the term libertarian from leftists. Libertarianism means the prioritization of human liberty as a foundational human principle. Socialists are the best libertarians. American libertarians, who unironically simp for megacorporations, are not fans of human liberty. They're as much a fan of human liberty as they are of aristocrats and lords owning the territory that they can secure around their castles. To promote the liberty of an elite group above everybody else is not to promote liberty. Here's the quote where the right-wingers prided themselves on stealing the word. Give me that quote, baby, from Rothbard. One gratifying aspect of our rise to some prominence is that for the first time in my memory, we, our side, had captured a crucial word from the enemy. Libertarians had long simply been a polite word for left-wing anarchists. That is for anti-private property anarchists, either of the communist or syndicalist variety. But now we have taken it over. Literally, like the origins of libertarianism are in my ideology. Rothbard defended child slavery. Yeah, that's the kind of human liberty this guy cares about. You know, human liberty, child slavery, it all goes together. Really glad he got to appropriate that term from us. So yeah, this fucking dude was not an anarchist. This was a far-right ANCAP cell. They're fervently anti-communist. And they're a domestic terror group. And for that reason, because they're right-wing, because they are white, their domestic terrorism is being framed by many as a militia group, you know, a group of patriots who are, you know, if misguided in practice, at least in spirit, upholding the foundational principles of this country, which in a certain way they are, but that doesn't make them not domestic terrorists. Yeah, just dumb shit all around. Dumb shit all around. Yeah. How can a person be for liberty if not for the freedom to oppress? As a general rule, ANCAPs who think they're anarchists, like actual anarchists, have set like a threshold for intellectual for intellectual behavior, which is low enough that you can reasonably assume they have no fucking idea what they're doing. You know, I was wondering, how did these guys think they were going to collapse the state by threatening, by kidnapping one, like a governor? And then I learned they were ANCAPs, and now it makes sense. Because they're not capable of carrying out the consequences of their ideology past like 2 or 3 steps, you know? It actually fits perfectly. Absolutely no forward thinking whatsoever, you know? No brain worky. Head hurt when think. It all comes together, baby. Why Garfield? This is Voshfield. Vosh is taking the day off, okay? Chill. All right, go team. And since I can't fucking use my webcam, I guess we just go right to it then, don't we? It's not really much of a point in... I mean, here, hold on. Like, here's full screen. Just put Voshfield full screen. No, I don't want to click around. Is it overheating again? No, it's not an overheating issue. It's a CPU bus overload issue. I have a solution to it, but the only way I could fix it is if I restarted my computer. And unfortunately, that cancels the stream, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I know you guys love looking at my beautiful face. Wait, why do I still have the lighting equipment on? What am I doing? Wait, hold on. Why do I have this on? Chill. There's no point. There we go. Is your computer trash? My computer is better than your computer, okay? But it could be better, all right? Fucking chill. Chill. All right, folks. Let's not waste any time. There's so much shit to cover. Damn, I hate that I have to be covering this without my fucking camera. Because this is funny as fuck. Because this is funny as fuck. Are you going to get one of the new AMD CPUs when they come out next month? Maybe. I don't know. True. All right. Bosch for the love of God reboot. Nope, you're just going to suck it up, and we're going to continue with our content, okay? Eat shit. I might be able to donate you a very decent amount of. It's not a matter of money. Shut up. Anyway. My friends, once again, Voshfield subbing in today since my camera feels like it's too good to show up to stream today. You know, what are you going to do? Please, God, enjoy me covering this shit, because this is funny as fuck, okay? Does anyone remember Lauren Chen? She used to be a lot more relevant than she is now, still kind of stupid. Here's Shoe on Head with a tweet, 40,000 likes. Probably because I retweeted it, you know, with my massive Twitter account, you know, obviously. Please enjoy.
Between the US, Germany, and Finland. But if you ask a socialist why it is that Germany and Finland perform better than the US in certain metrics, they'll say it's because the government is bigger and the taxes are higher. That is the answer to prosperity. Is that right, though? Are higher taxes and big government really the answer to Germany and Finland's success? It couldn't possibly be because they have overwhelmingly homogenous populations. Right? Populations that, by the way, also have a higher average IQ and narrower distribution than the US does. If it was, there are a lot.
Interesting. Fascinating. So let's go over this point by point, shall we? Okay? Point by point, baby. Let's do it.
A lot of differences between the US, Germany, and Finland. But if you ask a socialist why it is that Germany and Finland perform better than the US in certain metrics, they'll say it's because the government is bigger and the taxes are higher.
Have you ever, in your entire lives, heard a socialist say we need bigger government? Any of you? Have you ever heard that phrase from a socialist? Once. I never have. The issue with American healthcare isn't that it's quote-unquote small government. The issue with American healthcare is that it's terribly bloated, bureaucracy-ridden, poorly run, and incredibly expensive for the poor results we get from it. That's what it is. You could rearrange the American healthcare system, make it cheaper, and provide better care to everybody. But yeah, socialists never use the term bigger government. See, conservatives are still pretending that they're in some sort of big government versus small government war with the left. Which, first of all, Lauren Chen is not pro-small government. Lauren Chen is, this is going to be surprising to you guys based on what you just heard from her, an ethno-nationalist and a fascist who prioritizes a strong federal government. So the idea that she, full-on defending ICE, police, concentration camps at the border, strong military, all that. When conservatives say they like small government, what they mean is low taxes for wealthy people and low welfare for black people. That's what they mean. That's the only thing they want small. That's the only thing they care about. So the idea that this is some sort of oh yeah, here we go. Classic, thank you. Oh, this is from 2 days ago. Look, folks, if I'm going to ship a hypothetical authoritarian regime, it's going to be a theocracy, my dude. Nice. We're getting full-on 14-year-old Crusader Kings memes over here. So yeah, we are not talking about a proponent of small government. We are talking about a 14-year-old pole user stuffed into the body of some sort of adult woman. But we can continue because it only gets stupider from here.
That is the answer to prosperity. Is that right, though? Are higher taxes and big government really the answer to...
Well, higher taxes for wealthy people, yeah, sure, fuck them. But I don't know what you mean by big government. Like, again, when I think of big government, like a government that's big and overwhelming, I think of a police state. I think of a massive military-industrial complex. I think of an incredibly circuitous, complicated, Kafkaesque criminal justice system that has the highest prison population in the world. That's what I think of when I think of big government. In which case, America's government is not only fucking massive, it's the biggest in the world, and conservatives are its biggest champion. When I think big government, I don't think multi-billionaires can only buy 2 digits of yachts rather than 3 digits of yachts because slightly more of their money is going towards healthcare to keep the rest of the country functioning properly, on par with every other developed country on Earth. That's not what I think of when I think of big government.
Germany and Finland's success? It couldn't possibly be because they have overwhelmingly homogenous populations, right? Populations that, by the way, also have a higher average IQ and narrower distribution than the US does.
So, overwhelmingly more homogenous populations and higher IQ. So, first of all, let's not kid ourselves. This is Nazi shit, okay? Like, let's not pretend. When you're talking about cultural homogeneity and IQ, it's pretty clear what you're talking about. But also, Germany. Wasn't Germany the country that was being destroyed with rape refugees coming in? What I thought. Wait, hold on. I thought Germany was the previously functional country that is now being obliterated with the catastrophic weight of brown migrants. So, how can Germany simultaneously be a lib-cucked country with millions of refugees that are bloating its system and increasing its crime, but also be a hyper-functional society that bases its functionality on high IQ and on cultural homogeneity? How does that work exactly? Could it be that when Germany is outperforming us in one respect, they'll hold it up as a racially homogenous super society we could never achieve because of our blacks? But when Germany accepts migrants, it's going to be the death of Western civilization? Just a complete doublethink, possibly, maybe? Now, the thought that Lauren Chen might be a racist isn't exactly surprising to anyone who watches her content, but it gets funnier than that. So, first of all, here we are in the comment section. You know, let's peruse. To be fair, you have a very high IQ to understand social democracy, blah, blah. Well, it turns out Germany and America's average IQ are the same. They're 1 point off. America's average IQ is 98. Germany's average IQ is 99. The most culturally homogeneous countries on the planet are not European social democracies. They're tiny fucking poor countries in like Eastern and Central Europe and in some parts of Asia. And those countries do not have thriving social democracies. Yeah, Japan does as well. And Japan's economy has a fuck ton of problems. Additionally, in terms of cultural diversity, America is 80th in the world. You can look this up if you want. I'm not going to. You can. These are all like publicly available information. The United States is 80th in the world. Canada is higher than us. Australia is 11th. These countries have better healthcare systems than us. So let me remind you, Lauren Chen blames our inability to have a functioning social democracy on our low IQ and our cultural heterogeneity, but there are countries with the same IQ and with higher cultural heterogeneity that have better healthcare systems. So not only is she racist, she's a racist idiot. She's wrong. She's factually incorrect in this respect. Is that surprising to you? That the dog whistling of a ethno-nationalist might not be factually reliable? Maybe our IQ could be higher if Lauren Chen would move out. Wait, actually, isn't Lauren Chen a Canadian? How is that not affecting the social democracy over there in Canada? Isn't she like a mixed race Canadian? Yeah. So that's a hit to the IQ. That's a hit to the cultural homogeneity, but they managed to have a better healthcare system than us. Whew. How do they do it? Well, anyway, Lauren Chen wasn't going to take this sitting down, folks. The populations of Germany and Finland are very different than that of the US. That's exactly what she said in her video. She said they're very different. That's the terminology she used. It's wrong to attribute the social mobility of those countries solely to their big government. We weren't talking about social mobility. We were talking about social programs. Social mobility is a measurement of the likelihood of people in a given economic class to be able to move to another economic class over the course of their lifetime. That's not what we were talking about. So what you're saying is America can't have healthcare because of brown people. Very cool, Shu. And this is the purpose of dog whistling. Every single person who likes Lauren Chen watched Lauren Chen in that video, and when she said IQ and cultural homogeneity, they know exactly what Lauren Chen meant. There is no doubt in their mind, absolutely no ambiguity in their minds as to what they meant. It's the easiest thing in the world for them to derive. They say, oh, yeah, because the blacks, the browns. Yeah, obviously. You know, blacks are low IQ. They're in our country. Yeah, if we had a white ethno state, it'd be better. White like Germany. Except, wait, Germany also has millions of brown migrants. But we'll ignore that. This is more of a dog bullhorn, you know, more of a the foghorn that big like ships have that alerts people within an 8-mile radius to that there's a big boat, you know, around. But anyway, yeah, so she's completely backpedaling here, dishonestly framing her language, so on and so forth. And if you roll through here, she's actually like in hardcore cope mode. She's she's defending herself. Here's Josephine Mathias, who I had on the channel like a year ago. Really enjoyed that conversation, defending her, you know, her statements, getting ratioed with every tweet she makes. I like this one, of course, from James Medlock. This is incorrect. Studies have shown that before taking into account redistribution, income mobility is the same in Denmark as it is in the US. The greater mobility in Denmark is entirely about the welfare state and union policies. So it turns out having better social programs increases the things that she's saying are increased through cultural homogeneity and through higher IQ. But if we go through, she tries to frame this as like by cultural homogeneity, she meant like people who are more educated, more skilled, and about the same level of wealth, which is interesting because I've never seen Lauren Chen have an issue with undereducated or poor people before. That's really interesting. So she's big in the wealth redistribution. Well, no. So she's big on the affordable education for everyone. Well, no. Even though she's now claiming these are the things that keep us from having a better, more functioning society, she's not in favor of them? I wonder what conceivable thing she might internally, not out loud, because I might get her in trouble, propose as a solution to the problem of America's cultural homogeneity and low IQ. What solutions might she propose if YouTube didn't have a TOS? Let me think. You know, some kind of solution, perhaps. Sean tweeted this. Sean Jen, the Skull Guy, that a bunch of conservative content is essentially just advocating for eugenics and ethno states without actually completing the thought. So a bunch of conservatives will say like, yeah, you know, just cultural diversity in our country isn't working, you know, like, yeah, I don't know, like, just seems like race relations are taking a really bad turn. I don't know what to do about that, you know? And then you'll ask, are you an ethno-stater? And they'll go, no, 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 ethnic cleansing. I'm not, what do you mean? No, no. I'm just talking about these issues. I think we should look for solutions. Okay, do you have any solutions? Nah, I don't have any solutions. No. And then they do the okay sign at the camera, you know. But if we go further, the funniest tweet here. Oh yeah, here's one. Here's some Lauren Chen tweet. This kid got attacked by a dog and saved his little sister. It's really, really cool of the kid. Lauren Chen, let's guess what kind of dog it was. Lauren Chen responds, one where the overwhelming stats say nothing about the breed, I'm sure. Now, if you spent any time on Poll, you know that this is a pit bull reference. Pit bulls are used as a dog whistle in racist communities because pit bulls have a propensity to commit, well, they attack people, I guess, because they're like violent. I don't know if there's actually anything wrong with pit bulls or whatever, but yeah, Mr. Worldwide has a tendency to attack people. What are you going to do? But they do the pit bull thing with like the black thing, you know, like pit bulls are dangerous, black people are dangerous. It's about the level of dog whistle you would expect from people with the average IQ of a neo-Nazi. You know, how do we talk about black people without being called racist? What if we called them schmack people? No, that's too obvious. What if we just said pit bulls? Oh yeah, dude, bro, that's that's genius. No one will ever see through this one. IQ differences amongst the races are indisputable. The debate is whether it's attributable to nature, nurture, or a combination of both. Just, you know, common conservative talking points, race and IQ, so on. But hold on. I need to find that one goddamn tweet. It's gotta be somewhere here. Lauren Chen, damn, Lauren, don't do this to me, Lauren. Oh, here we go. Maybe next time don't use homogeneous society then, because that's definitely how it got interpreted. Homogeneous is absolutely the point, though. I'm not going to back away from the truth because the people who might disagree with me. If you're on bringing race into it, that's on you. Dude, if you read race into me talking about cultural homogeneity and IQ, that's on you, bro. Bro, when I talk about race, when I talk about culture and IQ, and you see race into that, that's on you. You clearly have some sort of like race hang-up, bro. I'm talking about like culture and IQ. I don't know what that has to do with race. And then somebody asks, so if it's not racial homogeneity you want, what kind of homogeneity is it, Lauren? Education, wealth, skill, language, culture, religion. You know, like literally all parts of society. Do you want a society where people have homogeneous amounts of wealth? Comrade Chen, welcome to the fucking club. Also, in all seriousness, though, what kind of dystopian bullshit is this? You know, she was just typing out anything she could think of that wasn't race. You want everyone to have homogeneous levels of skill? What the fuck? Levels of education? So this is like worse than an ethno-state. This is a society in which literally everybody is exactly the same. This is what people make fun of communists for. You literally just want a bunch of drone people you can recruit for the state. Like, this is dystopian. This is not just like big government. This is tyrannical, like cloning that people to have the perfect gene sequence to be tools of the state so they can be recruited and used. This is well beyond. This is like an NPC meme. This is well beyond even the most hyperbolic criticisms of communism. And by the way, she doesn't believe any of this shit. She doesn't believe a single thing she types out here. All of this because she's trying to avoid the race thing. If she wasn't, again, a fucking idiot, she could have typed out, I want homogeneity in the sense that we have the same basic values about society, you know, we speak the same language, maybe we have the same underlying moral and legal philosophy, you know, more reasonable things you could defend as a sort of cultural homogeneity. But unfortunately for Lauren Chen, she is a fucking idiot. So instead she types out the plot to Harrison Bergeson, where every human being is handicapped to be exactly the same. Because she's so desperate to explain away her dog whistle. Lauren Chen is a fucking idiot. I need to be incredibly clear with that. And she isn't even incapable. She's so bad at what she does, she can't even back off her dog whistles properly. What's more, she was so seething mad after all of this, she made a fucking video, Socialist Lies episode 238, which if we go to the channel, has Shoe on Head and Ushanka talking at her, with her giving a smug reaction. You know, this smug reaction face right here is the closest I've ever seen to a human recreation of the Wojak who's crying wearing a smug mask. Look at this. Look at this shit. It is literally crying Wojak wearing a mask, dude. Holy fuck. You can actually see the line where you can peel back the smug face and just see the tears streaming down underneath it. And it's like 18 minutes long. I mean, we can look at it for a second. Do you still say right-wingers are less gatekeepy than the left? Generally, but it depends on which part of the left and which part of the right. I think that the left is getting a lot better about gatekeeping, by the way. Entirely, by the way, because of my excellent contributions to the field. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show and thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to be talking about the dishonesty of Shoe on Head and also socialism in general. And I usually don't like to make videos that could be construed as being drama-centric. That's not the point of this channel. That's not what I'm here for. But I also don't like being lied about. So that's what we're gonna do today, is clear some stuff up. And before we go any further,
I heard somebody say she cries somewhere in this video.
I do just want to and naturalist and
rates of economic mobility. The American dream is more alive in these big government countries than in America.
This is objectively true, by the way. The American dream is the idea that you can make it from nothing, and that means the American dream thus is a measurement of social mobility, and America has terrible social mobility. Hold on. Social mobility ranked by country. So keep that in mind. The American dream is literally a measurement of social mobility. If you have nothing, if you just came in on fucking Ellis Island with nothing but a bag full of, sunflower seeds and 14 cents, can you make it, infographic rating the social mobility of 82 countries. Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Iceland, Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium, Austria, Luxembourg, Germany, France, Slovenia, Canada, Japan, Australia, Malta, Ireland, Czechia, Singapore, UK, New Zealand, Estonia, Portugal, South Korea, Lithuania, and then here at number 27, the American Dream in the United States, 27th in the world. There are 26 countries with a better American dream than America. I mean, this is just a fact. Like, that's just what it is. Sorry. America sucks. What are you gonna do? But yeah.
There are a lot of differences.
Does she cry?
Between
Hold on.
Spending levels,
Cry.
better education.
Right.
You'll be able to see quotes for the exact
Maybe?
same coverage
No.
you already
No.
I am not telling Americans anything.
I know.
There's your Canadian healthcare system. You're not white and they're very skilled, and that's fine, but come on. Mass migration absolutely has cultural and political effects on Western countries, and I mean, I don't think that should be off limits in terms of criticism just because right now those migrants happen to be brown and socialists apparently love to call people racists.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's what she's defending. She's just defending. Dude, I'm not saying anything like racial. I'm just saying we should have the legal right to talk about it. And like the fact that they're brown is just coincidental. People on the right aren't specifically attacking the migrants because they're brown, or making memes about brown people raping all their white women or anything like that. It's just, a coincidence. We would treat it exactly the same if it were white immigrants coming in from the Icelandic countries, 100%.
Obviously, when it comes to politics, no, demographic out that is I want more homogeneity. They're not there for now, but
all right. Whoever told me she cried lied to me, or she got over it real fucking quick. Anyway, yeah, just again, this is the reason why, by the way, I don't debate as many Nazis as I used to. Wait, she does? Well, give me a timestamp then. You paused on it?
But I do Finland is different than school choice and trying to introduce
it's at 11 minutes. She cries at 11 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay.
that they have not paid into. So yeah, here is a mixed race person living in Canada who has some thoughts about healthcare. Is that all right with you, white American? Do I have your permission to
Oh, it's Idpol. I'm actually mixed race, so when I advocate for an ethno-state and you, a white person, tell me that that's racist, that's kind of a microaggression from you, shoe on head. Nazis love Idpol, or fascists love Idpol. I hear Idpol from these people way the fuck more than I do from other groups. Have you ever met a far right person who wasn't white, who didn't constantly talk about how they're not white? When I see non-white lefties, by the way, they're mostly just talking about class and shit. Sometimes they'll talk about, like, if they're black, they'll say, like, hey, my grandpa was with the Black Panthers or some shit. If you've got a fasci or a Nazi who's a non-white person, these motherfuckers never shut up about it. They never shut up about it. Whatever the case is, yeah. Lauren Chen isn't smart enough to even maintain the veneer of the dog whistle she's trying to sell, and it's pretty funny. And it looks like her views are way down. I guess people just got kind of tired of the shtick. Yeah, I don't know. Sucks. Yeah, whoops. I remember her one time shit-talking me on a live stream, and I invited her to come talk to me on mine sometime, and she declined. Or I think she didn't even actually respond, so maybe this will be a good shot. Lauren Chen, if you ever want to talk at some point about the totally not ethno-state that you support, or like anything like that, we could actually talk about literally any subject here, like social mobility, the American dream, the importance of high tax, like literally anything you want to talk about. I'd love to talk about it with you, It would get you more views than whatever you're doing now. Look how white she looks in her icon. Well, to be fair, hard studio lighting can do that for anyone. Well, not like, I guess, for super black people or whatever, but for harsh studio lighting can whiten racially ambiguous people. Why is Vosh not showing his face? Makes me uncomfortable. My cam's being really weird today. I don't know why. It really, really sucks. By the way, normally I wouldn't do this because my cam's not working and it feels awkward to say this, but if you're enjoying the content, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It would mean a lot to me. I doing my absolute best to try and give you guys the hottest, the freshest takes on politics, and I think I'm only getting better with time. Seriously, if you subscribe, I will come. I can say that now because I'm not on camera, which means there are no consequences. You know, I've already dressed down. I'm naked now. So if you could do that for me, that would be phenomenal. I'd really, really, really appreciate that. Yeah, anyway, go ahead and sub to the YouTube channel if you enjoy the content. I love you guys. And we're going to run through one more piece of content, I think, before I get to donations. My headache actually feels great, by which I mean I don't feel it at all. So that's amazing. Really, really like that. Isn't it weird that an Asian is advocating for an ethno-state? No, mixed race people, there are tons of far-right mixed race people who will bid for their legitimacy as mixed race people by supporting ethno-states or racist policies. There are tons. It's a way of, it's like pick me, basically. You know the girls who are like, I'm not like other girls? They do this shit for their race as well. You know, I'm one of the good blacks. You see that all the time in like the black conservative channels, by the way. I've debated people on this channel who are mixed race and Nazis, you know? Yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll do it. Now, all of these people think they'll be spared the chambers when the time comes. The answer is very rarely are they. Generally speaking, when fascist regimes actually kick up the mixed race or like the other religions, they're kept as long as they're useful, but then when the time comes, they inevitably get purged as well. At the end of the day, they don't get to be part of the inner circle. These are minorities who are supporting a political ideology based around the suppression of minorities. You know, that's just how it is. Why do you say Harrison Bergerson when it's Harrison Bergeron? Is it Harrison Bergeron? Is that actually what it? Is that actually the name? Oh, Bergeron. Oh, I think Harrison Bergerson sounds better personally. Bergeron sounds like a Pokemon. Huh. I don't know. Yeah. Can Trump get in trouble for this because of the possible implications? Nah, Trump's not getting in trouble for shit. Also, you don't really want this legal standard. How would you feel if one day, like, you tweet... How would you feel if, like, AOC tweeted, we need to do something about Mitch McConnell, and like 6 months later somebody shoots Mitch McConnell? Like, you wouldn't want AOC going to jail, right? Now, there's no denying that the behavior of the Republicans who have been criticizing the Michigan governor led to this point, but nonetheless, you don't want that legal standard being established. That could end up being pretty destructive in the long run. Yeah, that would be just terrible, of course. Anyway, hold on. We have something to look at, folks. Folks, my friends, my beautiful, beautiful friends. First of all, my apologies that my cam isn't working. Voshfield joining us in today. Second of all, wow, what is this? A exclusive interview between Donald Trump and Sean Hannity? Wow. That's some crazy content. I'm sure am interested in what's going to happen here.
The president's on the line just for kicks and giggles. I'm going to let Leo Terrell, a lifelong Democrat. I want you to tell the president in 30 seconds why you're voting for him. For the first time ever, right? For Republican ever.
Yes, President Trump, I want you to listen to me. Give me a call later on. First time ever in my entire life as a Republican, I'm voting for you. Now, maintain what you're doing in these Democratic cities, and I'll...
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's...
Of reasons again.
Up there and to do it there. Call it.
You earlier today decided to pull back on the convention in Jacksonville. You gave a reason. Can you give us the reasons again in more detail?
Well, it's really the China virus. Call it COVID. Call it any one of a lot of different names. But, you know, we're setting an example. We don't want to have people so close together. We've had such enthusiasm. Everybody wanted to go there. You know, we went to North Carolina. We wanted to do it.
Wait a second. This is the wrong interview. This is from July 23rd. Wait, hold on. This is the wrong interview. I didn't even fucking notice. God damn it. Where's the real one? Asshole. Bring it in. Where's the real? Give it. Listen, Vosh is better about this stuff. Voshfield is a very lazy broadcaster, okay? Where's the full fucking link? Did Voch watch the wrong interview before stream? I don't watch anything that I look at on stream before.
Mr. President.
Yeah, this is a segment of the call. Is this the full thing? Hold on. Is this it? Here we go. Here we go. Dreaming. Nice. Go team.
President Donald Trump, Mr. President.
Oh, wait, I have to redo the intro. Fuck. God damn it. Fucking YouTubers. God damn. Fucking YouTube watchers. Pieces of shit. Hey, folks. So sorry Vosh couldn't make it today. By which I mean Vosh's camera couldn't make it today. Vosh Field taking over. A very old meme. And now we're here. And whoa, what is that? President Trump / Hannity interview while Trump is currently racked with COVID-19 medications. Let's see. Let's give it a look, folks.
Joining us now live from the White House, President Donald Trump. Mr. President, thank you for being with us. First, an obvious question. How are you feeling? How is the First Lady feeling? And I want to get into your comments that you would make Regeneron and therapeutics free for the American people. But first, how are you doing?
Really good, and First Lady's doing really good. And I thought Mark was fantastic, and I love your show.
Okay, I'll take it. Have you been tested since your campaign and your doctor, Sean Connolly, put out that you'll be medically safe and cleared for safe return to public engagements by Saturday, 5 full days? Have you been tested recently?
Maybe. Yeah, I just saw the doctors today. They think I'm in great shape. I'm in great shape.
So, hold on. 5 days after he tested positive, this motherfucker is going to go back to publicly meeting people. Holy shit, this guy's a fucking virophage. He gets asked, have you been tested recently? He's like, yeah, the doctors put me in good shape.
Test negative?
And I'll tell you, I took this
He's not answering.
It's phenomenal. And Eli Lilly has something very comparable. It's phenomenal. And it's a whole new day. It's a whole... And if you go back a few months, nobody ever even thought about this stuff. We came up with it, and I'm going to have it delivered to every hospital. We have sick people with the COVID, or the China virus, as we call it, and we're going to make people better. It actually made me better. I went in. I could have left a day later. I'm telling you, Sean, it was incredible. So that's Regeneron. But, again, Eli...
By the way, Regeneron, Trump has connections to Regeneron. I'm pretty sure he has like financial connections to it, which means that the reason he keeps pushing it and saying everyone needs this is amazing, everyone needs it, is because he's broke as fuck and he wants to pump the stock of the company that Regeneron company. What company makes it? Regeneron Pharma. Oh well, Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. Okay, stock. We get 1 month. Yeah. Shot up on October 5th. Climbed since. Isn't Regeneron the stem cell one? Yes, if I remember correctly, Regeneron is the one that you derive from fetal stem cells. I looked into it. It's not just regular stem cells. I'm pretty sure it's fetal stem cells. So we'll see if any Republicans get really upset about that, because if you condemn abortion, but then you take drugs made from fetal stem cells, you're, yeah, this is, see, I am, they use stem cells to test it. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Can I get a source for that? Yeah, here. Regeneron fetal stem cells. COVID treatment Trump touted as a cure was developed via cells derived from aborted fetal tissue. The antibody cocktail President Trump received for his COVID-19 infection and touted on Wednesday evening as a cure for the deadly virus was developed using cells derived from aborted fetal tissue, a practice the White House and anti-abortion rights groups oppose. Yeah, so just interesting, fascinating one right there, but no big deal. Let's get back to it.
Lilly has something similar. The kind of things we're coming up with now are incredible. Remdesivir, but that's a little bit different, works much differently, actually. But these things are Absolutely incredible. I think I'm going to try doing a rally on Saturday night.
Oh, God.
If we can, if we have enough time to put it together. But we want to do a rally in Florida, probably in Florida on Saturday night. Might come back and do one in Pennsylvania in the following night. And it's
So he never answered if he's tested negative. It's been like less than a week since his positive test. They're all going to die, dude. He's going to die on stage. It's insane to me. Like Donald Trump, his pupils are the size of dinner plates. He's like zombie walking around the White House, just fucking coked up on the bacterial, antibacterial, antiviral fucking load. They injected straight into his ass with a tranquilizer needle that they had to fire from a fucking gun from a helicopter. And now it's like, oh, I feel great. This guy is going to infect like the entire state. This man is incredible. He's going to like shake baby hands.
It's incredible what's going on. I feel so good.
Have you had a test since your diagnosis a week ago?
Oh, he's getting it done.
Well, what we're doing is probably the test will be tomorrow, the actual test. There's no reason to test all the time, but they found very little infection or virus.
You're still infectious, even if you feel good.
With the doctors. We have these great doctors at Walter Reed, and you do rely on them. They're really fantastic talents, and they came in from Johns Hopkins also and other places. You know, when you're president, I never saw so many doctors looking over me. I think I'm the most analyzed human being in the world right now. But we have the head people at, not only Walter Reed, which is incredible with the job they do, but also Johns Hopkins and other hospitals. And I think they're amazed at how quickly this went, frankly.
Let me ask you
So to recap, he hasn't been tested. He has not been tested negative. And he is planning to just go right the fuck back into meeting with other people tomorrow. Right now, I'm recording this on Friday. Tomorrow. When I release this as a YouTube video, it might be that day. That's when he's saying. It's been a week. Just go right back to coughing in the faces of elderly people. You know, I don't fucking mind all the people he comes in contact with, the Republicans. I don't mind him being the greatest vector in all of human history. I don't mind him being fucking patient zero for wave 3, okay? If he as long as he's communicating with the right people. Oh, it's already been pushed back to Monday? Interesting. Gotcha.
The debate commission said earlier tonight that their decision is not going to be reversed, even if you get a full, healthy go-ahead from all of your doctors and follow the CDC guidelines. How do they get to unilaterally decide that without consulting with you or former Vice President Biden's campaign even?
Well, I didn't even want to use them. You know, last time I had a big problem. They oscillated my mics when I had the one debate. We had 3 debates with Hillary, and on I think the first debate, they.
What?
Yeah. Excuse me. On the first debate, they.
Oh, you okay over there, Trump? Yeah. You all right? Okay.
Oscillated the mic, and they oscillated it very, very seriously. And they actually apologized to me.
What?
And I said, what's this all about? They were Clinton people. Yeah. And I said, we ought to just do the debates ourselves, John. We ought to just do it ourselves. And I pick, I'm the president, so if we want to have debates, I'd rather just do it ourselves. Pick some good anchor. We have another one. I didn't know this. But the other one is from C-SPAN. And he's a never Trumper, and I think somebody said he worked for Biden at one point.
Wait, I'm sorry. What is he bitching about right now? Does anyone even know what he's talking about? Is he saying the mods are unfair to him or something? What the fuck is he going on about? He's saying the mods are unfair because his mic oscillated in 2016?
These are the people we get. And that's okay because, I've had some bad ones over the years, and I've got an unblemished record, I think, in the debating world, according to the polls. If you look at, I got 15 debates last time, and they say I won them all against very talented people in some cases. But I will say this, that it's a very sad thing. Now you have this debate commission's a joke. The commission's a joke. Take a look at the letter they wrote me.
By the way, if you look at an aggregate of the polls, people say Biden won the first debate. In terms of performance, 33% of people thought Trump did good and 66% thought he did poor. In terms of policies, 39% he think he did good, and 57% thought he did poor. This is an aggregate. This is from 538. So it's not just like one poll. Like, no, people absolutely believe that Biden did better than Trump. Not that it matters to him at all, but
4 years ago when they apologized, they were oscillating my mic. They were turning it up and down when I was speaking to Hillary, crooked Hillary, who turns out to be very crooked. Look
still
at all
in
the stuff we
2016.
found out on Obama and Biden.
Dude, I make fun of skeptic YouTubers for still being stuck in 2016, but can I blame them when the entire Republican Party still is? They are still talking about fucking Hillary Clinton, dude. They cannot stop talking about Hillary Clinton. They are obsessed. So I feel like I can't blame conservatives for still being stuck in 2016 because, like, yeah, they talk about Hillary Clinton like she was like the cheerleader they fucked back in high school. You know what I mean? Like, they keep going back to her even though they're in their 40s now. Like, oh yeah, that Hillary Clinton. What are you gonna do? Yeah, the glory days before my knees gave out.
And her. So we'll see what happens. But no, I'm not interested in doing a virtual. I'm not Joe Biden. I'm not going to do a virtual debate, sit behind a computer screen.
Hey.
And that gives him the answers because they'll be handing him the answers, just like he gets when he asks. I mean, he does news conferences. He does them, and they give him the answer, and they give him the question.
Couldn't you also get the answers? If you're doing it at home, couldn't you also get the answers? You're the president of the United States. Like, couldn't you also do that?
And they give him what kind of a news conference? He does them all the time.
Let me ask you this, because
dude, can you imagine debating online with Trump? He would do some crazy shit. He would like blow on the mic and stuff. Trump, how do you answer for the 250,000 dead from COVID? And then he would like run off or something like that. You know, he'd be crazy in the online debate. In the online debate realm.
I think you have an opportunity to challenge Joe Biden directly. His campaign can make the decision to go forward with a debate, get any health check that they want, and follow through and have two debates, and you can agree upon the rules. You don't need a debate commission to do that. So I guess you have the ability to challenge Joe Biden to such a debate. Are you doing that tonight?
Well, I might. I'll do it right through your show. Let's go, Joe. Let's get a fair anchor. But this is a disgrace what's going on. So now I find out the guy that's doing it from C-SPAN is a never Trumper. But I don't mind that. Look at the people I've had in the past, and I've always won the debates. I had Martha Raddatz. Her hatred was so incredible, I couldn't believe it. But I beat Hillary in that debate easily. So it's I don't mind that. It's not even.
I don't actually remember the aggregate polls back from 2016, but if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure most people believe Hillary outperformed Trump, right? I wasn't convinced because I felt like it was kind of like the VP debate for me, where like being like kind of smugly correct doesn't beat out being loudly, confidently wrong. But I think most people believed Hillary outperformed Trump in those debates. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Even that, but I'm not going to sit behind a computer and have somebody feed him answers because he has no idea because he won't be president for 3 months before the wonderful Kamala takes over with her. She's the most liberal person in the Senate. She's not a socialist. She's a step beyond socialism, as you know.
What did you think of last night's debate?
I just want to say, by the way, this is why when Democrats roll out the whole Bernie Sanders is too radical for the general shit, it's not fucking true, okay? You could step anyone up to be the Democratic candidate and she's going to be a fucking they're going to be a Marxist, okay? They call like anything. They could have put fucking Delaney up there. I'm not kidding. They could have put John Delaney up there as the Democratic candidate, probably the most conservative guy who was up there. I think I think so, or at least up there with them. And they would still call him like a radical communist socialist, you know? Yeah, they would call Bloomberg a Marxist. Yeah. If Bloomberg was up there, they would call him a far left Marxist. They literally called Bloomberg a Maoist. No, wasn't that me? Jokingly? Just a joke. I don't know.
Hey, sir.
I thought Mike was great. Legitimately. I don't mean because he's with me and he's my friend and he's done a great job as vice president. I thought he was great. He's a calm person. We're really a good combination. A lot of people have said that for a long time. I mean, he's a calm person. He's a good person. And he was just, he couldn't believe some of the things she was saying, and he really didn't. He couldn't believe it, what she was saying. They lie. They lie.
I couldn't believe what she wasn't saying, dude. Kamala Harris really did not push the envelope at any point during that debate. I've made my opinions in this clear. I just do not think it was a great debate for Kamala. I don't think it was great for Pence either, but like nobody held him to the fact that he wouldn't answer a single fucking question. So I don't know.
So much like fracking, him and her for a year, whatever the Democrat debates said. We are against fracking. We will. Biden says we will never ever see fracking, and et cetera, et cetera. As soon as he gets the nomination, he has to center over a little bit. No, we want to go fracking. We'll be fracking. And her too, even her. I mean, she's a super. Then they get beat up by AOC plus 3, because they said you never said that before. Now the press gives them a pass. The reason they give them
Conspicuously avoiding clips where the fly was on Pence's head. God, dude, listening to people talk about fracking makes me want to kill myself, dude. It's insane. I feel like it's 1920 and people are talking about how we will never betray the proud American horse taming industry by investing in cars, I feel like it's 1952 and we're talking about how we will never leave behind the radio by investing in television. I feel like it's fucking 1991 and we're talking about how broadband television will never be replaced by internet. Like this country used to be at least somewhat interested in the idea of progress, Isn't that what America used to be about? Not like in reality, but in concept. The idea that American ingenuity is constantly pushing forward the envelope. There's no American ingenuity in the fucking gas and oil industry. These are ancient, powerful lobbies. And the only reason we're so in bed with them is because the fucking CEOs of these industries contribute so much fucking money to the political parties. But like, if we had invested in green energy properly a decade ago, do you have any idea how far we could have come with American wealth? Do you have any idea how far we could have come? There are subsidies right now on green energy. I'm pretty sure Trump has interfered with those. But if we had more heavily subsidized it, if we had more extensively invested in these industries, we could be on top of the world. Can you imagine? But we're not. We're like keeping ourselves in a hole. The rest of the world is like racing ahead of us because they're like investing in green energy tech that we're going to have to buy from them, by the way. Well, we're inventing new ways to drill fucking radioactive material out of the ground and poison our own water supply. We're putting ourselves in a position where when inevitably we have to make the step to green energy because we haven't invested in it with our own companies, we have to buy that equipment from Germany or from Japan, which is going to be monumentally more expensive. It's going to be cucked as shit. We're going to have to rely on their productive capacity rather than our own. We're fucking ourselves so hard. It's insane.
A pass is because they're fake. The news is fake. The enemy of the people. And the press.
By the way, calling the media the enemy of the people is literally right out of Goebbels' book. This is Nazi Propaganda 101. The term media is the enemy of the people is literally verbatim a quote. You can imagine why.
Gives them a pass. If I ever did that, I would be excoriated.
Let me ask you about the issue that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris refused to answer. That is about packing the United States Supreme Court, which would be a change that hasn't happened in 150 years.
Yeah, terrible thing.
And Joe Biden literally said today, And I honestly thought last night Kamala Harris would have a different answer. I thought when Mike Pence challenged her that she was going to say no, that they would not support it. That is, their non-answer is revealing.
Instead, she talked about Abe Lincoln or something, yeah.
Joe Biden went further today and said, you'll know my position on court packing the day after the election. What's your reaction to that?
I think it was a terrible thing to say. I think it's so disrespectful to the people. And he should have said something and, say, look, to the best of my knowledge, this is probably what I do. I think what he said was so disrespectful to the process and to the people. What he said then was just disgraceful. But what that means, really, is that they're going to do it, okay? Because obviously that means 100% that's what they're going to do. No, they're going to end the filibuster. And they're going to do things that you wouldn't have thought. I've been fighting the filibuster with Mitch for a long time because I said, Mitch, they're going to do it. If they ever got in, Schumer would do that on day one. I agree that what they did was right. You take a look at what Mitch and some very good Republican senators did because it's good for the country. But I said, here's the problem. If they ever got in, day one, this would be the first move they make, end the filibuster.
The projection. After everything Republicans have done to fuck over Democrats and their ability to govern, it is true, though, by the way. The only future for this country's success is one in which the Republican Party is made obsolete. We cannot survive them. They're going to try to make you forget the Republican Party is and always will be the party of Trump, a party that was willing to completely abandon even the veneer of civil respectability and throw all of their weight behind a blatant and open effort to interfere with the electoral process. That is the Republican Party. They cannot be allowed to exist. They simply cannot. As far as I'm concerned, the Republican Party is the world's most effective domestic terrorist group. In fact, they're significantly more effective than any other in all of human history. And treating them as such, getting them arrested. Honestly, like the crimes that these people have committed are extensive. But there's no law for these people. There's no justice for these people. The Republican Party cannot be allowed to lead this country once again, under no circumstances. We need to abolish the Electoral College flat out. It cannot be allowed to exist. The Electoral College is a crutch for the Republican Party. Yes, Chomsky has said the Republican Party is the most dangerous organization in human history, and they are completely correct in that respect. We need to abolish the Electoral College. We need to impose stricter gerrymandering restrictions. Untangle untangle Texas, untangle fucking Idaho, untangle fucking Iowa, untangle all of the untangle Canada. Do it too. We need to liberate these states, okay? Absolutely. Texas would be blue. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we would fix this country. The Republicans can still have their irrelevant local officials, but they have clearly indicated they are not capable of running this country. Everything gets worse with them. Everything. They do everything wrong. They're bad. They're anti-democratic. They're anti-American. I mean that sincerely. They hate America. I hate America, but I hate America for good reasons. I hate America because it treats people poorly. I hate America because of the military-industrial complex. I hate America because American exceptionalism is a cloak that the wealthy use to distract the poor from the fact that they're being exploited. I hate America for good reasons, okay? They hate America because it has too many poor brown people in it. That's it. That's why they hate it. They look down from their ivory tower in Washington. They say, it's okay. There are just too many non-white people, too many non-Christians, too many non-wealthy people. We got to do something about that. That's the problem they have with America. Not enough military spending.
The nuclear option, as they call it. And they'll do that not a week will go by, probably not a day will go by. But again, Harry Reid did it. That's why we have so many judges. I want to thank you very much, Harry Reid, because Harry Reid, he ended the filibuster, and I'm going to have 300 judges by the time I finish. 300. It's a record. By the end of the first term, think of that. It's a record in the term. By the end of the first term, I'll have 300 judges, just about, give or take a few, couple.
Mr. President,
it's all because of, think of it, John, it's all because of Harry Reid and a lot of good work by a lot of good Republicans, including Mitch.
This is another reason, by the way, why people who say that a Trump and Biden presidency are the same are fucking idiots. Trump has appointed hundreds of federal judges. Those are federal judges that are going to be ruling on cases on black people getting shot by the police. These are federal judges that are going to be ruling disputes between indigenous people and corporations that pollute their land. These are judges that will serve for a long time, hundreds of them, and they were appointed by Trump. That is one of the jobs of the presidency. Yeah, he brags about it. This is one of the ways that presidents can have long-lasting impacts way beyond the actual scope of their presidency. Wait, so he's packing the courts? No. Packing the court means you add more Supreme Court justices. Like, you add more of them. Like, there are 9 right now, and you're like, fuck it, 30, you know? What he's doing is he's just filling circuit and federal courts with judges. But he's not adding new seats. He's just filling empty spots. Yeah. Is more judges a good or a bad thing? Depends. Are they blue or red?
Don't you think, or do you think, that the people of this country need to know whether or not Joe Biden, if he were elected president, would pack the courts,
yes,
whether or not he would support statehood for places like D.C., whether or not he would support ending the filibuster, whether or not even maybe pursue a constitutional amendment to abolish the Electoral College? To me, these are fundamental questions that he is refusing to answer. What is your answer to his non-answer? And the media, I think he's answered less than 100 questions since this whole campaign has started, which I think makes these 2 debates that are forthcoming even more important than any average presidential.
Wait a second. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. What the fuck am I looking at right here? Showing head. Vosh launches misogynistic, bigoted attack on Senator Kamala Harris, criticizes her for not being aggressive enough. She would do this weird shit like folksy aphorism in between trying to be a girl boss. As uncharismatic as I expected, I'll give him credit for that. But letting him dominate the discussion like that is just not acceptable. It's just not. I said Sam Harris again. Listen, you have to be aggressive, man. You have to be aggressive. Why didn't Kamala Harris a single time? Wait. I actually know the reason, and it might be a viable reason. It's because she's a black woman, he added. Women have to be very nice, especially black women, if they want to be treated seriously in the political arena. Very nice, very civil. Wait, that's true. Wait, that's true. Yeah. Black women get, like, super unfairly treated. Yeah, they know that. The Kamala Harris... Is he quoting this like it's a bad thing? I don't know if he's agreeing with me, but he says this is a misogynistic... I don't know. I know he's quoting me. I'm aware. It's in quotation marks. Bosch goes on to attack the moderator, who he calls the loser of the debate. This is fair, but he never takes back any of his prior comments, even after admitting he knows she has to be nice to the debate. Yeah, no, he's quoting me as though that's like a bad thing. Well, thanks, Shu. The guy seems to think you're making a normative claim instead of a descriptive one. Yeah, that's so weird. If I said, like, hey, in 1920s New York, black people have to be really nice to white people or they'll get in trouble, like, would you interpret that as me saying that's, like, a good thing? Like, yeah, that's how black people should be? Or that I'm criticizing the unfair standards placed on them? I don't know. Okay, let's not get distracted, folks.
Election year.
Well, he's got a lot of non-answers. I mean, look at Second Amendment. You know, you never talk about Second Amendment. He wants to take away your guns 100%. He put Beto, he turned out to be, he was exposed by Ted Cruz and me. I think I helped a lot too. But he was exposed as a clown. Much worse than that, but I want to be nice because it's a nice, evening show. But he was exposed as a clown. He wants to take away your guns. He's going to take away your Second Amendment. Nobody asks him about the Second Amendment anymore. Do you notice that the Second Amendment is very important? It's a big thing. We campaigned on it. I protected this. If I weren't president, you wouldn't have a Second Amendment right now. And Biden does that. Nobody's.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hillary Clinton totally would have succeeded in revoking the Second Amendment, which would have required a constitutional amendment and the ratification of Trump. It's true. Trump actually was the one who passed the Second Amendment. You know, for hundreds of years, we had amendments 1 and then 3 through 10 in the Bill of Rights, and nobody knew what the second one was. You know, nobody knew, like why would the founding fathers leave this? And Trump said, that's where the guns go. And he put the Second Amendment in there, and since then we've been able to have guns.
Nobody talks about life anymore.
What?
Pro-life? Is he pro-life? No, he's not pro-life. You know, what is he?
Again, I can't stress this enough. Donald Trump is, at the time of recording this, high on drugs that were tested on fetal stem cells. I need you guys to know this, okay? He is currently high on drugs tested on fetal stem cells.
Why don't you ask him that question? He doesn't want to talk about it. But he endorsed a governor of Virginia who not only executed a baby, late-term abortion, but executed a baby because said the baby can be born and then you can kill the baby.
What?
And he's totally in favor of that. And
what? Execute? Wait, what? Was there a late-term abortion that happened, like an emergency required an abortion into the 3rd trimester, and that's what he's calling a baby execution? What is he talking about? Is this the reason why that one guy who called in a couple of weeks ago said he heard that Biden was gonna make it legal to kill babies after they're born? This was an Alex Jones thing? Okay, this is an Alex Jones thing, okay? What the fuck are we talking about right now? These people literally think that, like, the parent can return to the hospital to see the child resting in the nursery and just fucking execute the baby, just fucking cap the ass of said baby and then walk out. It's like, yep, that's an abortion, all right.
I can tell you, your pro-life groups are they're en masse. They're en masse. This is their one shot because what's going on is so bad, is so evil. The governor of Virginia said we will execute the baby after the baby is born. That's when, you know, you talk about alert.
I don't know what he's referring to here, but I know just categorically that he's lying. Oh, by the way, guys, for the first time, maybe ever, we now have a 2-digit lead in the popular vote, projection polls, average, whatever, over Trump. Biden over Trump, 10.1. It's steadily climbing upward and has been, and we are now at a 2-digit lead. Now that is a fucking lead right there. Now, I'll tell you that. Hillary never had that over Trump back in 2016. Oh, this Virginia late-term abortion bill labeled infanticide? Okay, so it was just a bill. Did it even pass? The measure allowed termination in cases where there may be severe deformities or if it's a fetus that isn't viable. If the infant would be delivered, the infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and family desired, and then discussion would ensue between the mother and the physicians and the mother. So it's just, if there's a severe deformity or if the baby is non-viable, then that is allowed. It actually says outside the womb. Yeah, but it says if the infant is non-viable. Sometimes babies are born and they're only going to live a couple of months because they have a there's something wrong with them physically. It can happen, you know. Yeah, this is from 2019. Not stillborns, because stillborns are when they're dead on birth. But if they're born and they have some sort of genetic condition that would definitely guarantee their death soon, I guess this would apply to that. This is a far cry from just, like, ubiquitous infanticide. Did this even pass? Funny Alex Jones clip about it. Yeah, this could be potentially humane.
We keep the babies alive after they're born and have a discussion.
Hey, Joe Rogan. Only platforming the best.
They're getting caught now because we've decompartmentalized.
Didn't see
we
that,
keep them comfortable.
But I am very, very concerned with late-term abortions.
We don't want, it's a 3-minute clip, pull it up. We don't want the government involved. The doctors and the mother who's drugged up, you didn't say that, are going to decide about the future. And maybe she keep baby alive a week. Maybe she decided to get rid of baby. He goes, well, sometimes the baby is deformed. No, they want the organs. If they can kill a baby after it's born, because sometimes they deformed. You know, see, sometimes they deformed. Here's the key. They're like, why are we wasting this 7 pounds of meat? Where they go, oh, we consider the baby dead. The mother decided.
I see. So his theory is that they want to eat the babies. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's about on par for, it's about on par for this sort of thing. That Django shit? Well, it's in Virginia, right? So I assume he's trying to do like a Virginian accent. Yeah. Why is he doing a black voice? I'm pretty sure that's just a Southern voice. It's not a black... Have you guys ever been to the South? You realize there are people in the South who sound like that who aren't black, right? Jesus. There's people like, dude, that's a black voice. Like, holy fuck. Have you guys ever been? I don't know if that's a Virginian voice, mind you, but he's just trying to do a Southern voice. All right.
Late-term abortion. This is early-term execution, and it's a very, very bad thing. But you don't ever hear anybody talking about pro-life, pro-choice with Biden. Did you ever hear it? I haven't heard it. Very rarely do you hear it. I don't think he'd know how to discuss it. But very importantly, a Second Amendment, though. They just don't discuss the Second Amendment. He's going to take your guns away. So everybody with a gun, you can't...
They've been saying this for decades, by the way. There is absolutely no chance of a Democratic president successfully implementing a severe national gun restriction. It's never going to happen, okay?
Vote for him, because you're not going to have your gun. At the same time, they want to defund the police. So you're not going to have police protection. And, by the way, you can't have a gun. So when one of these maniacs breaks into your house...
Biden was literally arguing with Trump over how he wants to increase funding to the police. Listen, we can talk about defund the police all you want. Remember that interview that Trump did where he was like, Biden wants to defund the police, and the interviewer said, it was the moderator, right? It was the, fuck, I always forget his name. Chris Wallace, yeah. Chris Wallace was like, no, Trump, I'm afraid he actually never said that. And Trump asked for, like, Biden's plan and read through it. He's like, well, it's somewhere here. And Wallace was like, no, it isn't. And Trump was like, well, I'll look at it later. And they just left it by. It's been over a month since that interview.
House at night, because there are no cops around, you don't have a gun to protect yourself. That's a great combination. And the suburbs are going to fall. You know, a lot of people talk about
the suburbs.
The women of the suburbs,
what?
Right? Women of the suburbs. They do or don't like Trump. I don't know. But what I've done is incredible for the suburbs. The suburbs are...
What? Was that literally just the white women? We have to protect the white women? You know, one thing that was very telling for me was that during his debate with Biden, Donald Trump talked about how he's going to protect the suburbs. Biden called him out for dog whistling and said that the suburbs are integrated now, and Trump actually didn't defend himself. That was very telling there, wasn't it? That back during his debate, Trump never said, I didn't mean white people, I meant the suburbs, or he didn't call Biden out for race baiting. Trump just moved on, as though Biden had successfully called him out on his dog whistle, which is incredible that he can't even, like, defend it, you know? He's literally talking about protecting the white women. Well, like, we're not far off from the 14 words here. Again, people talk like fascism is this elusive, imaginary thing that only happens in other countries. Like, we literally have the president of the United States talking about how he's going to protect the women of the suburbs. Holy shit. And their daughters.
Over, as you know. The suburbs will become more unsafe than the cities run by the Democrats.
What?
And so I think I should do very well with suburban women.
What?
Because I'm the one that's protecting them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. My ears are ringing. Like, I can't. Hold on. I have to clean my ears. It sounds like there's a fucking fly inside my ear. Holy shit. This ringing noise.
In terms of law and order and in terms of zoning. They want to build low-income housing right next to your house as the American dream is destroyed. destroyed. But they don't.
Low-income housing. What kind of people do you think the Republicans associate with low-income housing? He can just do this. Are you trying to do visual humor? I am trying to do visual humor, and my camera isn't on, and now that you've pointed that out, I feel kind of like an idiot. But here I am. That's life, and yeah, here we go.
Talk to Biden about this. They don't talk to him about law and order. I said to him the other night, mention the words law and order. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. I said, no, mention the word law and order. Go ahead. He wouldn't do it. And then, of course, Chris Wallace came in to protect him.
Let me ask you this, Mr. President, if I may. I played at the beginning of the show. We don't have a lot of time left. I won't play it again. Joe Biden, twice in the debate that he had with you, said he will eliminate the Trump tax cuts. Now he's saying only on people $400,000 or more, but I'll let you explain it. He says he's not against fracking, but I have him saying he will eliminate fracking twice, and we played that tape. He has repeatedly said, and Kamala Harris last night falsely have claimed that you have yet to once condemn white supremacy, yet I showed multiple instances when you have done just that. The neo-Nazis, David Duke, white supremacy, white nationalism, disavowing David Duke, and yet they continue to spread that falsehood. Your reaction, because they don't seem to get called out.
I mean, they talk about this a lot, but keep in mind, if you can't condemn, if every single time getting you to condemn white supremacy feels like pulling teeth, that kind of says something about you. If there are if you're the president and white supremacists are constantly doing terrorist shit, then screaming, yeah, Trump 2020, and then when you're asked about it, you're like, well, good people on both sides, well, stand back, stand by, and then only in like a couple days later are you capable of croaking out a half-hearted disavowal. That kind of that speaks a little bit to your inability to speak against these groups, by the way. I did a video on this where Trump did eventually disavow the Proud Boys, but he did it in such a half-assed way that it really didn't feel like anything. But the Proud Boys still got like super triggered by it, you know? So like, and he knows that. Trump knows that his popularity it resides most strongly in these like far right militia cells. Like these are the people who rep him hardest. Dude, Antifa are not like bastions of Biden's support. So there's an incongruity here that he is unwilling to address because he knows it would attack his own base.
By the media on the fact that what they are saying is false.
And I condemn the people on the left like Antifa that are burning down your cities all summer long, okay? And without
I'm pretty sure Trump has said that he wouldn't just condemn them. He said that he would arrest them. Remember, Biden said that he would arrest the quote-unquote arsonists and anarchists. Remember that? Has Trump ever said that he would be arresting the far-right militia groups?
Any control whatsoever. They're all Biden people, you know, meaning not Biden. Biden's not smart enough to know what the hell it even is, but they're of that philosophy. And I condemn them
Anarcho-Bidenism, baby.
Very strongly. It's not just the right. It's the right, it's the left. But the left has been the problem for a long time. Antifa is a big, big problem. And, you know, I see Whitmer today. She's complaining, but it was our Justice Department that arrested the people that she was complaining about. It was my Justice Department that arrested them. But instead, she goes and does her little political act, and she keeps her state closed, although we just won the big case, as you know, to open up Michigan, because what she's doing is a horrible thing to the people. The churches are closed, the schools are closed, and the whole state is closed, and people are being hurt very badly by it in the form of drinking and...
Michigan, that's interesting. I don't know when this was live, but this was posted here 16 hours ago. Was this interview done literally? Okay, so it says 9:50 p.m. ET. This was done just half a day before the Michigan governor kidnapping scheme was discovered by the FBI, or was it right after? So wait, this would be 9:50 p.m. ET. That's 6:50 in PST. Oh, this was after? Okay. So this was just after. Okay, interesting. This is from yesterday? Yeah, when was the Michigan kidnapping thing done? 17 hours ago. What's the oldest news article I can find? 17 hours ago. The oldest news article that I can find is from 17 hours ago, and this was published 16 hours ago. So I think that whichever one came first, it was pretty darn close. It was Thursday night for the Michigan. Well, this is Thursday night here, so...
Suicides and depression. It's a very sad thing. But no, Joe Biden wants to raise taxes, and very sadly, if you take a look, he wants to raise taxes, but he says he's going to end our tax cut. Well, people are getting actually much more. Mike handled it great. He said $2,000, but it's actually much more than $2,000 in child tax credits, which is $1,000 a child.
Hold on. The news broke yesterday morning, and this interview was yesterday evening? Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So the news articles just came out later. Thank you. All right. So this is being said, his criticism of Michigan is being said literally right after a terror plot was discovered against its governor.
So he wants to take all that away. So therefore, if you do nothing else, you're raising taxes by the largest percentage in the history of our country. If he terminated my tax cuts, which is one of the reasons that our economy has done so great, even now in this pandemic, which hopefully we're rounding the turn and we have incredible cures. And,
he's been saying for 6 months now.
A lot of therapeutics, and the vaccines are going to be coming very soon. But I'll tell you what I took is incredible. To me, I viewed it as a cure. It's incredible. And we're going to get it to everybody free of charge. It's going to hospitals. It's starting very soon.
What do you think the odds are that Trump is actually going to be able to provide an experimental treatment for COVID-19 to millions of Americans free of cost? What do you think the odds of that are? Just really think, just Bayesian analysis that one out in your brain, okay? This is the same guy who said that if Germany developed a vaccine for COVID-19, he would buy it from them only if it was only sold to him. Is that what? Tell me, what degree of beneficence do you expect exactly? Yeah, it's going to be a freemium vaccine. The first drop you get is free. After that, it's $1,000 per drip on the IV.
The military is going to be delivering it. But he's looking to do big tax cuts, big tax increases, like at a level that's never been seen. Nobody's ever gotten the cuts that I got. I got the biggest tax cuts ever given, as you know, Sean, better than probably most. But he's going to end those tax cuts and reverse them, and now people are going to pay $2,000 plus child tax credits, all that. It's going to be a disaster for our country. It's going to put our country into a depression. And your 401ks are going to go down the tubes.
Citation needed.
And your jobs are going to go away.
Citation needed.
And you're going to have a depression, the likes of which our country has never seen before, and that possibly includes 1929.
Oh, yeah, dude. If we reverse the tax cuts that you put in, it's going to be another Great Depression. First of all, we're already in a depression currently because of you. Second of all, oh yeah, dude, we were, even though our economy was doing phenomenally under Obama, reversing the tax cuts that you put that pretty much entirely affected the wealthy, that is absolutely going to cause a Great Depression.
Mr. President, there has been articles out, and I would assume that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris not giving their position on court packing would be a national ad. I assume them both on record saying they would ban fracking would be an ad that would run in a lot of cycles in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Their website that endorses the Green New Deal, and Joe Biden saying he would spend trillions of dollars on it and pledging that. What would the new Green Deal look like, in your view, if implemented as promised by both Joe Biden and as a co-sponsor with Kamala Harris in the U.S. Senate?
Well, it's a deal that was conceived of by not smart people, AOC plus 3 and others. I don't even think they had any experience in the environment. But this was a deal conceived of, and the real price is $100 trillion. That's more money that this country could make.
Dude, why stop at $100 trillion? Just say $1 quintillion. Why stop at $100 trillion? It'll be $10 gajillion to do the Green New Deal. It'll be no. It'll be $100 gorillion. 100 gorillion. That's how much we couldn't make that money in a million years. Yeah. Return to Monkey that money. Return all that money back to Monkey. By the way, some math was done on this. the reason why they say it was $100 trillion, which is a completely made up number, by the way, is because among the things the Green New Deal says it would like to see is every American being paid $15 minimum wage. So what they did was they took the wages of every single American who was getting paid less than that, upped it to 15. No, sorry, didn't up it to 15, paid them 15, and then assumed those $15 an hour minimum wages would be coming from the government. That about 100 million Americans or more would be they would just be getting paid their money from the government, not from businesses, but from the government, you know? That's how it works. Yeah, it's true. When you raise the minimum wage in America, the government now pays everyone's salaries. That's how it works. That amount right there accounted for like 80 trillion of the math. The video that explains this best, the video that explains this best is Knowing Better's video, where he talks about climate policy right here, the Complete Moderate's Guide. This guy's got a really, really, really good videos on these subjects, and you know, I might be able to just find the segment here. I think it'd be nice to. I think it'd be nice to get the direct information here. Hold on, let me see if I can find it really quickly. This guy does really good videos. I'd recommend looking at them if you have the time.
About climate change. Justice in 1992, because pollution tends to affect poor and minority communities the most.
I don't find that particularly fun.
Here we go.
Other right-wing think tanks, like the Heritage Foundation, have come up with a price tag.
And by the way, it's going to cost $93 trillion. Who can pay for this?
93 trillion? Like with a is that even a real number? Okay, so the first omission is that it's 93 trillion over the course of 10 years.
Didn't he do that one video about Columbus that was genocide apology? Yeah, he's retracted that. That was years ago. He said that he made some mistakes in that video that he didn't like, which is fine. I mean, people grow.
But how did they come up with that number? The Green New Deal is only 14 pages long. I've read it multiple times now, and it doesn't mention cost anywhere. The American Action Forum is responsible for that 93 trillion figure, and they based it on a number of assumptions. For example, the bill says that
it is the duty of the federal government to create a Green New Deal, to create millions of good high-wage jobs.
They took that to mean a minimum wage increase from $7.25 an hour to $15, then multiplied that out for 10 years, then assumed that the taxpayers would be on the hook for it. This accounts for 44 trillion of that 93 trillion.
I misremembered the numbers here, but you should see just how dishonest their math here has been, but he goes through it all.
$1 price tag, just under half.
To achieve the Green New Deal goals and mobilization, a Green New Deal will require the following goals and projects: providing all people of the United States with high-quality health care.
How much do they think high-quality healthcare will cost? 36 trillion over 10 years, meaning that the actual climate policies proposed in this deal would only cost 13 trillion, or rather 1.3 trillion a year, which is a lot, but barely more than what we spend on the military.
Yeah, so even if you cut out their irrelevant assertions on wages and healthcare, by the way, again, Medicare for all would be cheaper than our current healthcare plan. So we'd actually have more money to spend. It's 1.3 trillion a year, and this is 1.3 trillion a year of their math on how much it would cost to do all the climate-related stuff. So do you really think it's 1.3 trillion, or do you think it might be significantly less than 1.3 trillion? I'll leave it up to you. You can watch the whole video if you want. I just wanted this segment just to remind you guys, like, how silly this is.
100 years if things went well, okay? I mean, they literally want to take buildings down and rebuild them with tiny little windows, okay? Little windows so you can't see out, so you can't see the light.
What?
And the whole thing is so crazy. It's such a crazy thing.
That's the Green New Deal? They just want to build a lot of tiny little windows? What? Dude, he is so fucking high right now. I fucking wish I was on what he's on. Holy shit. This is some quality dope.
And take a look. And Biden agreed to this with Crazy Bernie because, you know, they have the manifesto. They've agreed to most of these things. And it's going to cost more money. Our country will be a ninth world country, not a third world country, a ninth world country. We won't have energies. Look at what's happening with the rolling blackouts in California.
What?
Look at where California is going to have to ration water. You know.
Wait. The rationing water is because of climate change that the Green New Deal seeks to address, and the rolling blackouts are because low levels of company regulation prevented PG&E from adequately upgrading their infrastructure over the past few decades. Both of those are climate change-related problems that are corporations or your guys' fault.
Why? Because they send millions of gallons of water out to sea, out to the Pacific.
What?
Because they want to take care of certain little tiny fish.
What? He's in a realm beyond. What the fuck is he talking about? California is running out of water because we sent water to little fish. The reason California has droughts is because of climate change. There's inadequate rainfall in Southern California. I have no idea what he's talking about. This is insane.
That aren't doing very well without water, to be honest with you.
This is why I don't stream when I'm high, by the way, because my shit would sound like this. Like, this is what I'd be talking like otherwise. What is this? Delta smelt the tiny fish caught in California's war with Trump. The smelt are almost extinct. Is this literally just them, like, preventing a dam from being built or something to protect the wildlife? Is that it? This is not...
Toss a coin to your streamer, oh, viewers of plenty.
So it's just them trying to protect their environment? That's it? The reason their environment needs protecting is because of the drought to begin with. Listen. Nearly 40 years ago, their population suffered a huge blow. Their numbers had declined more than 80%. Their numbers dipped lower after a period of extended drought. So the drought is the problem here. Okay, this is stupid. I can't fact check every dumb fucking drugged up thing he says.
With you. But it's a very sad thing that's happening. It's no common sense. Even the fires in California. I talk about, I was with Governor Newsom. I get along with him very well. We disagree on a lot of things, but I get along with him. Number one, you should let water come down from the north and accept it instead of throwing it out to the Pacific. But you also have to have forest management. We send them so much money. I don't have to, but I want to help California. But they have the biggest forest fires because they don't manage their land. They don't have separators.
What?
They have trees that have been laying on the ground that are stone cold, dead, dry, like a matchstick.
So you want to... That land is federal land. That's not state land. The forests in California are federal. The state doesn't have the authority to... This is federal... The part of the state you're referring to is federal land. The state has no legal authority to clean up the dry underbrush there. You have to send federal people in, the Bureau of Land Management or the Forest Management or whatever the fuck it is.
And you throw a cigarette butt on between the leaves and the trees, everything catches on fire.
That's federal territory.
Acres in a short period
That's
of time.
under your jurisdiction.
They got to manage their forests, and if they manage their forests, you're going to not see the.
It's your forest.
Mr. President, the Heritage Foundation identified nearly 1,000 convictions on voting fraud. There have been, you have expressed many times your concern about some of the changing laws and rules and have spoken negatively about these changes. But with that said, a lot of states have now begun.
Look, a huge portion of California's forest land is owned by the federal government. All of this dark green. All of the state can't intervene in this. It's not their territory. The state has no authority at all to go in there. Yeah, same with Oregon and Washington, yeah. Generally speaking, the West Coast states have a lot more federal land for reasons that you can find in a CGP Grey video. What's light green? Light green is state territory.
Gun early voting. Some will be starting in a week or two. Will you encourage your supporters to get out and vote early?
Well, I want them to vote, but I will say this. Absentee is okay because absentee ballots, excuse me, absentee ballots are fine because absentee ballots, you request, you ask for a ballot, and you request, and that's it. Absentee ballots are absolutely fine. You request them, you fill
Sorry. Here's a full map of federal land in the United States. As you can see, the West Coast has most of it. But yeah, the entire eastern strip of California and most of the North are federal land. The state that's not state territory. Yeah. Look at Nevada, dude. Fucking cucked ass Nevada. Haha, losers.
Them in, you send them back in. But these unsolicited ballots, universal unsolicited ballots, Sean, it's going to be a disaster, the likes of which we've never seen.
Citation
we will never
needed.
have seen an election like what's going to take place.
He's desperate.
Thousands of ballots all over the country are being reported, some thrown in garbage cans with...
Citation fucking needed. So far, the highest instance of ballot tampering I've seen was that one post office guy who threw away like 100 ballots from a Democrat-heavy area. That's the largest. There were like 9 ballots found in the trash, but there was recently a guy arrested for throwing away like 100 ballots, remember? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, I don't know where he's getting these thousands of instances from.
My name on them. Some thrown in trays in a river. What's going on is absolutely crazy. We have people watching. We have U.S. attorneys watching. We have sheriffs watching. We have U.S. marshals watching.
With that said,
all of that, you're talking about millions of ballots are being sent out.
With that said,
as a general rule, you just shouldn't listen to anything Trump or any Republican says about voter fraud. Voter fraud has historically always been incredibly negligible, and additionally, it's usually done by Republicans. The greatest interference to the legitimacy of our democracy is and always has been voter disenfranchisement. Here, let me show you the actual threat to our democracy, okay? Here's a time lapse of voters lined up to drop off ballots at City Hall in Philadelphia. This is the real threat to our democratic process. Deliberate efforts on the part of Republican officials, mostly, to prevent people in Democrat-heavy areas from voting. It is only because of this. Only because of this. Oh, that loops. Okay, so it goes from here to here before looping. It is only because of this that Republicans are capable of winning national elections. This is the only reason why.
If there's in-person early voting,
fraud.
would you prefer that your supporters, if that's the system and that's what the law is, would you prefer that they get out early also so that there's not a big deficit heading into Election Day?
Yeah, well, my supporters are going to be mostly people that vote. They go to the vote. You know,
that is true. Interestingly, it seems much more likely that Republican voters actually have the ability to vote than Democratic voters. Interesting. I wonder why.
The old-fashioned way. It's like go to the voting booth and vote. First of all, we should have voter ID all over the country. We don't. You know, when you buy something, you have voter ID. To get into the Democrat National Convention...
I don't need voter ID to buy... What the fuck are you talking about? You don't need to voter ID to buy something? What?
You had to have voter ID. You had
That's
to have voter
true.
ID.
I had to have it 4 years ago.
Vote, right,
Yeah.
but to get into
What?
vote, you don't need voter ID.
Wait, do they... Wait, or what are they... What are they both talking about? I mean alcohol, but that's to verify your age.
You know, in many places you do. Indiana has a great system. I mean, you have many places where you do have it, but we should have voter ID, universal voter ID. When you go to vote, they should see who you are, make sure that it's not fraudulent. But this will...
Again, fraudulent voting has never been a statistically significant issue. Voter ID laws have historically always been pushed by conservatives to disenfranchise the poor and the immigrant and the brown. And hey, I would be totally fine with a voter ID if two things were the case. First, every American is automatically registered to vote when they're born. Yeah, they can't vote till they're 18, but they just are by default registered to vote. And two, IDs are truly universal. Anybody can get them everywhere attached to their social security number for free. No problem, no problemo. If we could have that, you know, like other European countries do, then we will have no issue. Yeah, in Norway, you're registered to vote by default. I think most comparable countries just have you registered by default. We're the only country that does this weird, like, you're 18, but, like, if you don't want to vote, you don't, like, have to register.
be one of the greatest most fraudulent elections ever because of this whole thing they're sending out millions and millions and millions of ballots. Where are they sending them? Who's sending them? Where are they going? Where are they coming back from?
Why does it matter?
How many are fraudulent? Are they being thrown away? Are they being sold? Are they being harvested?
What?
It's a terrible thing, Sean. Despite that, I think we're going to have a tremendous victory. I saw some polls just now, some real polls, not the fake news polls where they put out fake numbers like at CNN and ABC, Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, NBC. It's the same stuff as I had. It's not nearly as bad as it used to be. It used to be much worse, believe it or not. Hard to believe when you think of it. But I'm looking at polls that are doing great. We're doing great in Ohio. We're doing great in Iowa. We're doing great in many places. Many places. Then you come home, you turn on television, you say, gee, I'm 4 down. I can't believe it. They're fake polls.
Last question, and I only have about a minute for you to answer, and that is we now discovered that the CIA had briefed then President Obama on a plan that Hillary Clinton concocted to distract from her email server scandal and concoct this Russia hoax. We also learned that we already knew she paid for the dirty Russian misinformation dossier, and that the source for Steele's dossier was a known Russian operative for over 10 years. And they still went forward with it. In the 40 seconds we have left, your reaction to this new news?
I mean, I've gone over this, by the way. This whole, they're bringing up Hillary Clinton again. It's 2016 all over again. They're trying to say it's legal. It's not illegal. I've looked at it. The information that it was like a document was released that is being discredited, and the discredited document alleges something, and the thing they're alleging isn't illegal. So, yeah.
We caught them spying on our campaign.
That is not true.
This is treason. We caught them trying to take down a duly elected administration/president.
That is not true.
We have all the evidence down. Now we have to see what the law enforcement's going to do with it.
Nothing.
But we caught them spying. As sure as you're sitting there, I assume you're sitting, but as sure as you're sitting there, we caught them spying on our campaign. You know that almost better than anybody. And it's something when you see the New York Times, Washington Post get Pulitzer Prizes, they got everything wrong, right? They got everything wrong. We caught them spying on our campaign.
Nope.
We caught them trying to take down a duly elected president. And then they talk about we want a peaceful transition of power. Peaceful
we know what Hillary Clinton said.
Best answer was that answer last night. Peaceful
Mr.
transition.
President,
Look what they did. They spent 3.5 years trying to terminate a presidency.
See? And that's what we're left with. Trump laughing off the idea that he should accept a peaceful transition of power because he spouts conspiracy and says there's no way any loss he has could possibly be legitimate. That's what you've got. All right. Well, that was a big fucking meme. I like the coughing in there. Wishing our president the best, of course. Utterly deranged. And I wish I could have what he's having. Hey, Exploits. Happy to have you here, comrade. Can you explain the Obamagate or spying conspiracy Trump talks about for clarity? It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Zoop. The void. The Obamagate shit is literally nothing. It means nothing. It's nothing at all. Remember that one time Trump was at a press conference and one of the journalists said, "Can you explain what Obamagate is?" And Trump was like, "You know what Obamagate is. I know you know. You know what Obamagate is. Don't talk like you don't know." And then he walked off. That's the closest thing we've ever gotten to a clarification for what Obamagate is. That's the closest we've gotten, you know? Yeah. We apparently have a debate. I feel like I need to get like an image up for the void. Hold on. What's a good image of me? Let's just... Probably just use my profile picture. No, wait, hold on. I can use one of the fan art images one of you guys made. Hold on. What's an appropriately proportioned one? Okay, I've got it. I'm ready. The Vouch one? No. I don't think I have the Vouch one in this folder. Hold on. Because we saw the Vouch one really early on. I want to do one that has the artist's signature on it. Here, I'll do this one. I've got it. Okay, hold on. Let me add element, image, new image, add source, browse, to be sorted. Nope, that's not it. Fan art. Okay. There we go. Okay, nailed it. Go team. All right. Let me check the call. Do you use OBS? No, I use SLOBS. All right, hold on. I forget what this guy wanted to debate about. Yo!
Hello.
Hey, something, what's up?
Nothing. What about you?
Not much. Just high on life. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing great. Still high on life. Probably won't change for a while. Okay, what was the disagreement you had? I'm new here. What's up?
So I'm saying racism is justified because black people commit more crime.
Racism is justified because black people commit more crime. Okay. Do you think that society treats men unfairly?
No.
No. Okay. Would you be okay?
Black men in particular, or
No, just men in general. Do you think it would be okay,
No,
for
I don't.
example, if like every once in a while, like police would do like run-bys and like beat the shit out of men and just kind of like arrest them for like looking sus and bring them into jail?
No, I wouldn't be okay with that.
Okay. Why not? Hello?
Because, hello, sorry, something happened on my mic. So that's wrong, of course. Why is that even a question?
Why is it wrong? Men commit like 90% of violent crime. Like, men compared to women are way more violent than black people compared to white people. Like, by an exponential level, you know?
When I say racism is justified, I don't mean beat black people up. I mean put more police in black communities and racially profile them.
Well, what if putting more police in black communities only makes the... Is that a cat?
Yeah, he is masturbating on the blanket. Sorry about that.
Is somebody like torturing that cat?
That. No. Hello?
Hello? Is the cat
Hello?
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm worried about that cat.
No, he's trying to bite me.
Why is he trying to bite you?
He likes to bite my hand whenever I put it near.
But like freaking out like that? That cat sounds mad.
He was masturbating on the blanket.
Is that a thing cats do?
Yeah, look it up. They hum the blanket.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Does it make him freak out like that?
Yeah, he screams while doing it.
You like to watch?
No, I'm standing right next to the bed.
Let's see. Is it normal for cats to hump blankets? Whether they're humping another cat, humping blankets, or humping your favorite bathrobe, cat humping is a behavior that seems to freak people out. But rest assured, cat humping is normal. Both male and female cats do it. Cat humping is nothing to be shocked about. It is actual normal cat behavior. Damn. Guess I'm glad my cats don't do that. I guess my cats are both neutered, so they just sort of chill and sleep around, you know?
Yeah, he isn't neutered, so.
Oh. Is it an outdoor cat?
No, indoor.
Okay, all right. Just making sure. Because you don't want to have a bunch of, like, random cat babies, you know?
Yeah, we don't let them out.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure. Okay, what if, so why should we send more police to black neighborhoods?
To stop crime from being committed.
But, cops don't stop...
Right now, a lot of crime is being committed.
Cops don't really stop crime from being committed. They just kind of address crime that's already happened. So, is it just to catch more criminals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less criminals, less crime.
Well, not really, because we've had more police in black neighborhoods for decades, and it doesn't seem to have fixed the relative crime disparity.
I'm saying put even more in.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to be fixing it.
So what else can you do? Like,
you can address the socioeconomic problems in those communities, like the poverty, lack of access to good education and jobs. That's what causes people to commit crime, you know? Like, people don't get into the drug trade because they like drugs. People get into the drug trade because they have, like, a family or to take care of, and there are no good jobs around, or they don't have the education to take advantage of some of the opportunities around them.
Yeah, but like my point is that you can't hold people accountable for being racist because it's not their fault that that's happening. That's the government's fault.
Well, no. If a person's racist, that's them doing it. You choose whether or not you're racist. That's not the government. You choose how to respond to the world you're in. What kind of racism do you mean?
Like discriminating, like not wanting to be around black people. And
I mean, that's your legal right if you want, but that's also a bad thing. So, like, you can do a bad thing if you want, but...
I'm like police racially profiling black people too, because that'll, according to me, that'll stop crime too, because...
But it doesn't seem to. We had stop and frisk in America in certain cities for years, and black people were massively profiled, and it didn't seem to address crime at all. Like, it seems like this profiling is just done by people who kind of like fucking up black people, but it doesn't really seem to fix the problems, you know?
So, like, what do you suggest? What are you going to do about it?
Well, you have to invest in these communities.
You said that'll take a lot of time, and the government isn't going to do that.
We've been doing the over-policing thing for like 60 years. You can fix communities in less time than that. Also, saying the government won't do it isn't like an answer. Like, I know they won't because the government sucks, but I want the government to be better, you know? We can, yeah, it's totally possible to do this. It's not a matter of gentrifying it. It's just make sure these communities are getting the resources they need.
Do you think that it will stop even if they get the resources they need?
Yeah, over time, eventually, but it'll take a long time. For the majority of the existence of this country, black people have been second-class citizens or slaves. You can't fix that with just, like, 30 years of investing in communities. This would be a long-standing project that we'd need to invest in, but it would benefit all of us to do it.
So that's my point. It'll take a long time. So instead, let people be racist.
But what? How does letting people be racist fix it?
No, what my problem is that according to people, like including you, racism is something that people need to be held accountable for.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in personal responsibility. Yeah,
I don't think that's right. Like, if black people commit more crime, then of course I'm gonna have racist views against them.
What racist views?
Like that they commit more crime and they're thugs and all that stuff.
Well, it's not racist to think black people commit more crime. They do. But, like, what racist shit would you be doing? Like, I know black people commit more crime, but I still... That cat is wiling out. Is the cat masturbating again? It is, isn't it? Are you masturbating the cat? Oh no. Mr. Dawson? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's up? Oh no. I don't think you can hear me, my friend.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Oh, and they left. What was their name? Something? Scuffed ass. Where'd they go? Mr. Dawson, please. We're having such a productive conversation. Mr. Dawson, if you can hear me, you have to join the voice call-ins. I believe in you. There you are, my man. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Wait, there's a latency when we talk. Are you in another part of the world than me?
Yeah. Like in the chat, people are saying I'm from India. That's true.
Oh. Wait, why do you care about American black people if you're all the way in India?
Like, I can travel there too, and I'm probably gonna live there after some time.
All right, that's cool.
And I just like American politics a lot.
All right, that's fair. I mean, I do too. But like, what is the racism fix? Like, the racism doesn't seem to do anything good. It only seems to cause problems, and it belies interpersonal prejudices, which are probably not good. So, like, why should people be racist?
Like, I just look at it this, like, I wouldn't mind people being racist towards me. So I really don't get, like, how does it even affect people that much?
Wait, you want people being racist to you?
I won't mind.
Oh, you wouldn't mind people being racist to you?
No, I'm
Why?
brown, so. Because I think it's a personal choice, and
Well, it's a personal choice to,
completely
like,
personal
rape
choice.
somebody, but that doesn't mean it's not bad, right? Like,
how is someone being racist affect me in any way? Like,
well, if
they
they're
aren't
your
hurting me physically.
if they're a boss or an employer, they can deny you employment. If they're a banker, they can deny you a loan. If they're a rentier, they can deny you housing. If they're an educator, they can deny you an equal education. If they're a judge, they can deny you an equal sentence. If they're a jury, they can deny you or an equal sentence or an equal punishment. If they're a police officer, they can deny you equal treatment. Like, every time you interact with a person in power who's bigoted against you, that bigotry will inform the decisions that they make.
But, like, leave those, like, I'm talking about normal people who aren't in
You
power.
can't separate. You can't say normal people can be racist, but, like, doctors and judges and cops and people can't. Normal people are jurors. Racists are normal people, and normal people are racists. Normal people grow up to be politicians. Like, you can't separate these people, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's true, but I still kind of think it's a personal choice because, and plus there's a justification for it too. Like,
Yeah, but just because you can justify something doesn't mean it's right to do something. Like, you can justify anything if your logic is twisted enough. Like, you can justify killing a person because they cut you off in traffic. Like, that's a justification you can make. It doesn't mean it's a good one. Like, it doesn't mean it's okay to do that.
didn't you like justify? You remember the vegan gains debate, which like you had?
Yeah.
So didn't you justify child porn in that? Like, it's the same logic.
I think you may have missed the analogy there. I didn't justify child porn. I said that it's hypocritical for people to believe that child porn is uniquely bad, but then to defend like child slavery in the production of the commodities they consume. But like the point there was that both of them were bad, like racism.
But how can you make that claim though? Like,
wait. We're on the. Are we jumping off the racism train?
No, we're not. No, we're not. Sorry, mother.
Okay.
I don't know how to I don't know how to convince you that about my point.
Well, yeah, because you're just trying to say like racism is okay because some people want to be racist. Like that's just it's not. You can't justify your claim here. It's a bad thing to be racist. Like why? It only hurts people. It leads to a ton of social inequality. Also, interpersonally, it can lead to a lot of like, would you want the people around you to think you're less of a human being? That can have a lot of really devastating psychological consequences. There's trauma that can be developed from living in a racist society. Like there's a lot of shit there that's just not good, you know?
I really think that's your fault if it's like if you get offended by something racist, then it's your fault.
So it's your fault if you get offended by a police officer profiling you or a judge sentencing you for longer. Like it's your fault if you get offended that you get denied a loan because of your race. Like that you're just like triggered and it's your fault. Isn't it their fault for doing the racist thing?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Like if I punched a dude in the face, I can't then say, dude, you're letting the pain get to you. It's kind of on you, isn't it? Like, I punched them in the face, you know?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you what do you think about, like, hate speech and stuff?
What I think about what?
Like, hate speech, like...
Oh, hate speech. I mean, it's not good. I don't think there should be any laws preventing hate speech necessarily, though. I think hate speech laws are maybe a violation of the First Amendment in a way I'm not comfortable with. But if a person is committing a crime with hateful intent, I think that's probably a worse thing than just committing a crime for other reasons.
Yeah, I think you've totally destroyed me completely. I don't have...
Okay. I love you, buddy.
Wait. I just want to ask you one thing.
Sure.
Do you know that Isaac Butterfield video where you deny the claim that the woman who was sexually assaulted and was blaming cultural differences, the thing? Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was Sydney Watson. And Sydney Watson's account of that event was that she was sexually assaulted and that the police said they wouldn't do anything about it because of cultural differences between her and the Muslim perpetrators, which I said was probably bullshit because I can't imagine a police officer ever saying, oh, we won't go after Muslims. We specially protect and defend Muslims. That was what I thought was probably dishonest.
But that was true, right? Like, there's been a lot of cases, like even the BBC reported it.
No, if you're referring to the Rotherham cases, no. The massive investigative report that was published following those cases indicated that it wasn't a matter of the police specifically protecting Muslims. It was a matter of the police having a very poor network of communication with Muslim communities that prevented them from being able to retrieve information, whereas cultural differences also prevented them from being able to effectively respond. They weren't specifically protecting Muslim people. They just, due to a failure on the part of the department, didn't know how to best address the crimes being committed in those communities.
But there was more than one case.
Yeah, and that was a report on the broad tendency of the grooming gangs in the UK and how the police responded to it. As for like police literally saying, we will not pursue this rape allegation because the man who raped you is a Muslim, I have never seen any evidence that that is the thing that people do. I think that's an incredibly dishonest fear-mongering tactic meant to give the impression that the police are specifically protecting Muslim people, which is historically not the case. Generally speaking, the Muslims are treated rather poorly by police. In Western countries, like not in Saudi Arabia, of course, but in our countries.
Yeah, I know. But like, I saw a lot of cases. Like there were at least 4. Like you can't just deny all the evidence there. Right?
No, but I looked over I've never seen the cases that Sydney Watson listed in the video with Isaac Butterfield were all pushed from far right sites. One of them relied on a sham interpretation that I found a better interpretation from that didn't use the language that the sham interpretation did, and the other ones didn't describe the things she said they were describing. Even if there were 4 anecdotal examples pulled from the entire planet, I've looked at all of the evidence on this because I don't make claims like that without knowing the evidence. The idea that police are just like tossing out rape cases because they came from Muslims is just not a thing that happens. I mean, maybe like somewhere in the world at one point it happened, but this is an incredibly unlikely occurrence, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to look more into that, but yeah, thank you for talking to me. Like,
yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. Out of curiosity, are you a fan of Modi?
No.
Okay, just curious. Oh yeah, I want to be perfectly clear, by the way. Police toss out rape cases all the fucking time. Police love not investigating rape cases, but not because the person who did it is Muslim. That's not the reason why they tend to do it. They tend to do it because police hate women. But just to clarify, like the reason there is important. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate you talking to me.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, if you come to America, I promise I won't be racist against you, okay?
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay. Be well, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, peace. I have no idea what that was. All right, well, we had a convo. Nicely done. You handled that well, at least? Yeah. Why are Collins always weird riots? I don't know. I miss when Vosh made all his guests say trans rights. Yeah, now it feels more, I don't know, strained. If you don't go over the Sargon song, I'll shit myself. I'm not going over the Sargon song. No. I don't even know when that's from. I don't know. I'm not going over. I don't fucking care. Sargon's gone full on like neo-Nazi lately, by the way. On Twitter, he's been talking about how the Jews have disproportionate power and how they're fucking over white workers with the idpol they disseminate to... It's like full on JQ stuff. That might be funny to go over sometime, but I don't want to right now. Vosh, go over this. Some right-wingers are unhappy that authorities thwarted a plot to kidnap Michigan governor. Damn, dude. Conservatives sure do love violence. That's crazy. Amazing. So this is a good stand-in image. I'm here for it. Okay. I still have to be responsible about my prospective headache. Did we have any other people who wanted to debate? YouTube chat. I'm looking at you, motherfuckers. What's up? I'm looking at you. Any dipshits in the mist? Anyone who's been squatting in chat complaining about my liberalism for a little while? I know I'm not as eminently hateable when I don't have my camera on. I apologize. Debate me on the ethics of farting in public. I'm a radical egoist when it comes to that in particular. Marvel Avengers for PS4 is a trash game and I fucking hate it. Thoughts, Vosh? I don't have any thoughts on that specifically, but probably most big AAA titles probably are pretty crap. Tim! There's a tendency among left-wing personalities to ignore show invites from my podcast. Unfortunate, but it's their call. I won't drag them for it. Upon stating this, there is a tendency for small left-wing channels to demand I invite them to prove I would host more leftists. Well, How big do you have to be to not be a small left-wing channel? Tim Pool. I like this weaselly little get around here. You know, this, yeah, I would love to have leftists call in, but all the big ones ignore me. It's only the little ones who come on. I'm pretty sure there are larger lefty personalities who'd be fine coming on. Am I still small? How big do you have to be, you know? I haven't hit 250,000 yet, but we're getting there, aren't we? Tim will never, ever debate me, by the way. Ever. He will never do it. What is this? Tim Pool's co-host is a much more sensible man than Tim Pool. Clearly feels too paid to feel like he might have something to learn. What?
It's like a weird and wild conversation. It almost doesn't have place talking side by side with politics. But when you're making videos and millions of people are hearing you say things are going to happen, I think that you're influencing it.
How?
Because if you're like, say some really horrible thing, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I believe you, I might go get involved.
So you're saying that the people who watch me, who don't like, who like, there's Antifa people watching me going like, that is a good idea. Tim's right. We should go to people's homes, even though they already did.
Or if you're like, Antifa's horrible.
I like that, by the way. Tim Pool reads what he's saying as Antifa listening to him to do bad things. Tim is such a dishonest fucking hack, dude. Holy shit. This guy is saying people might listen to you and take bad ideas from it. He's like, you mean Antifa might go burn down people's houses from me?
Someone might be like, I got to get a gun and go fight Antifa if they're horrible.
That's just normal communications. Anyone can do that.
What do you mean?
Like, people talk to each other.
What? God, he's such a fucking grifter, dude. What a small brain piece of shit. Tiny wheat walnut fucking brain. It's true, though. He's not wrong. If I am Antifa, Tim Pool does motivate me to do very, very bad things to his beanie in Minecraft. Why is anti-Semitism a thing? Anti-Semitism is basically like the final stage of every conspiracy, unfortunately. At the end of the day, conspiracism is all about believing that you're part of a small group of high IQ people fighting against the tyranny of an elite group. And since Jews have been like a global minority for so long, and there are already so many anti-Semitic conspiracies, they tend to overlap with each other. QAnon overlaps with the JQ, overlaps with fucking trutherism, overlaps with anti-vax shit. It all overlaps. But since the Jews tend to be the recurring enemy there, they're the ones who get brought up at the end state. It's confirmed one of the people that plotted the kidnapping watched Tim Pool. Yeah, the guy with the anarchist flag was the one who watched Tim Pool, yeah. Bastiat got called a far lefty. Bastiat's a fucking memer. Didn't Bastiat post a meme about me? Oh yeah, I saw this shit. Bastiat, if you keep doing this shit, I'm gonna have to, we're gonna, I'll send Antifa to your house. Neoliberalism is the way forward, comrade. Anarcho-Bidenism, neoliberalism. Why would you get me in like this? Proletarian Joe, don't miss. Has crippling headaches, but streams anyway to advance effective neoliberal incremental change. Absolute king. Thanks, Bastiat. I'm glad you appreciate my suffering. And all the work I do in spite of it. Lenin would have put a bullet in any Bernie or Buster. It's true. The end state of all leftist theory is neoliberalism. Joe would have called Lenin a revisionist. Dude, I say funny shit, okay? I'm a... Chuck Schumer runs it by Vosh first. Are these all actual Vosh quotes? What here is real? Well, the ones that are quotes have quotes around them, so yeah, those ones are quotes. Yeah, get on Discord, dipshit. Oh, God. I really like Bastiat. He's a cutie. Bastiat is a cutie. Listen, we cannot lie. We cannot deny. The Bastiat's pretty darn cute. whatever you may think of lawyers who defend oil companies or whatever, he remains a cutie. Yeah, oh no, he's hot. Yeah. Oh, now it's less cute to you guys. I see. What is this Daily Mail link? Oh yeah, I saw this. This got ratioed to hell. Again, Second Amendment for white people only, baby. That's how it works. Sorry, that's just how it works. It's in the Constitution. The Second Amendment is only for white people. If you ever have a gun as a black person, ever, under any circumstances, it is evidence of your criminality. Is that real? Yeah, just their legally owned firearm from two people who have no criminal record. Yeah. Fuck you, people linking. That live medical checkup for Trump on Tucker Carlson isn't going to be live. Oh, no way. No way. It'll be conducted remotely by Dr. Mark Siegel, who will not be with Trump at the White House. Telemedicine has really made a lot of leaps and strides this year. Oh my God, dude. Because they fucking know they couldn't keep him from coughing, you know? He would be getting a live checkup, and they would cup his testicles, and he would heave up like 4 pounds of Burger King. Like they know he could not survive a live medical evaluation. Yeah, love that. Whew. All right, folks. Wait, Lauren Chen is so dumb, dude. Take a look at this ethnic map of Germany. Well, keep in mind, when people like Lauren Chen say ethnically homogeneous, they mean racially homogeneous. It's kind of like how I say ethno-state when what I and everyone else really means is racial state. But ethno-state just is more, you know. Yeah, I mean, wasn't Germany literally like dozens of different like barbarian tribes that were united just like 150 years ago? I'm pretty sure Germany was one of the most chaotic fucking messes of a region until it got bound together into one territory. Yeah, the Barbar. It was a bunch of kingdoms that were united, yeah. And these are all different ethnicities, but racially, culturally, well, no, culturally, there are a lot of differences here. Racially, they're all considered white for the most part. Of course, now we have immigration and stuff, but that's what she really means. She means racial homogeneity. They were all Austrian? Not these guys. These guys were North Margravian. These guys were Eastphalian. These names are dumb as shit. All right, let's go over donos. We're keeping stream today a little bit short because I do want to be respectful of my headache. And also, frankly, my webcam not working means that like half of my humor can't really be done. I feel like I'm a lot less funny when I can't make funny faces and do funny gestures. Kind of sucks. Was the Warhammer Empire map? Yeah. Anyway, we'll fix it up by next stream. Want to talk about leftist theory in general or something? No. When I want people to debate me on stream, I don't want like a nuanced or reasonable conversation from people with a sane head. I want fucking lunatics coming on. Got to keep that effort, that engagement going. One last recital before I read donations. If you enjoy the stream, I promise you I normally have a webcam. That's normally a thing that I have. Please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to do these call-outs once to twice to 3 times every single stream now because it actually does make a really big difference. And that growth is important because it allows me to grow and to become more prominent. To get more prominent, that means I can debate higher profile people. It gets me, more contributions that will eventually go towards a PAC. If everything goes at current pace, if everything goes to plan, I'm really hoping that I need to still look at the legality. Like, obviously, there's a lot of work that needs to be sussed out, so I don't want to make any promises now. But I think I might be able to get a PAC rolled out by 2022. I'm hoping, my goal is 200,000. If I can get 200,000 together for a PAC ready in time for the 2022 midterms, What does that mean, sir? It means that I'm going to put money towards contributions to political candidates. A PAC is a political action committee. It's a tool that the wealthy use to privilege their preferred candidates. We're going to use it against them. If you guys donate, and you do very, very much. I'm not saying you don't already. That money, a large portion of it, I want to go towards a PAC. We're going to get it sussed out legally, and I want to use information that I can get from like the Justice Dems, for example, which I can use to determine which candidates best need those donations. And God willing, we might actually be able to get 1 or 2 political candidates into office because of the wealth we accumulated. Vosh, you get a whole bunch of European, Asian, etc. donations. Wouldn't you be funneling foreign money to candidates? No, there's nothing illegal about that. You can contribute internationally to PACs. There's nothing illegal about that at all. That's one of the things that makes them so useful. Yeah, we're going to get AOC plus 100. 100% of the vote, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But that's the goal, yeah. And I'm optimistic that we're going to be able to do that. 200,000 for 2022 is my goal. Hopefully we'll be able to nail that. Yeah. I thought Sargon going into politics should have been a lesson for any YouTube personalities to never be associated with any politicians unless they wanted to destroy their careers. I'm not running for office, and I'm not going to call it the Vosh Pack. It's probably going to be called like the Vanguard, the Vanguard Unity American People Pack or some shit like that. It'll be through, listen, it'll be through 9 proxies. Yeah, the Cum Pack. It'll be the Cum Pack. And, yeah, I'm not getting into fucking office myself. Are you fucking kidding me? Sometimes I see conservatives in, like, poll or whatever, and they're like, can't wait for Vosh to run for office like Soygon did and lose everything. I'm not running for fucking office. You fucking kidding me? You fucking memeing me right now? Trump is now doing an interview with Tucker Vosh. Wait, is that live? Is it live on TV? Is it being broadcasted somewhere? If it's live, it'll be on Fox News. I'm not seeing anything live on Fox News. Yeah, his time slot's not for a while. Yeah, we'll probably get to it tomorrow. How much conceivable change could you make through a PAC? There are some, if you look at Ballotpedia, here, hold on, let me pull up a couple races. Ballotpedia, Liam O'Mara. Liam O'Mara is the purple district that I'm hoping for the most here, though things are definitely going to be tight. Let me take a look at the contributions made here. It might actually be so low that that the money isn't listed here. Here, hold on. 42nd Congressional District, 2020. Let's go. Okay, I'm seeing vote percentages. Where's the money? I'm not actually seeing. Yeah, this race isn't reporting its. Let me look at some other ones. Oh, we can take a look at Joshua Collins' district. That's WA10, because we paid some attention to that one as well. Washington's 10th Congressional District. Oh, wait a second. I'm looking at the wrong website. I'm looking at Ballotpedia. Open Secrets is where it's at. Open Secrets. Liam O'Mara. Yeah, race. California 42nd. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Here's Liam O'Mara right here. This is the hill Liam O'Mara is trying to climb. He's been able to raise $55,000, of which he spent $49,000, leaving him with only $6,000 on hand against an opponent who's raised over $1 million. And Liam O'Mara and Kevin Calvert are in a close race. That's what I'm talking about. In select, if we contributed, oh yeah, this last report was from quite a while ago. This was from 4 months ago. But let's just use this as a template. If we contributed 50, 100,000, we could massively improve the ability for some key districts to get progressive candidates forward. That's the goal. Not about giving 10,000 to everyone or whatever, but about giving a lot of money to certain key districts. And Kevin Calvert is a 20-year incumbent as well, which means that he has a lot more cash on hand because he's got a lot of embedded relationships. It's not that close. More recent polling, Zhu Queen, has shown that it's closing the gap a little bit. Let me see. When was the last information polled here? It's been a while since this updated. No, it's not that close. Oh, updated 17 minutes ago. Yeah, it's not that close. But god damn it, guys, I'm feeling optimistic. Okay, I'm feeling optimistic. And even if this one ends up being a little bit farther apart, there are other ones that we can look at too, okay? There are hundreds of congressional seats. There are people we can help. You guys get the picture? Can you link that? It's just California 42. I'm dooming. Guys, it's cool. Okay, let's read donos. Why focus on key districts? Oh, you're right. I mean, I could just waste my money on non-key districts otherwise. That's also an option. Why would I put my money where it's either not needed or not effective? You know? Okay, let's run it through. I know it's less interesting without my fucking face, but what are you going to do, huh? How is a district key? A key district is one where it's a close race. A very key district would be one where we could... It's the triple combo, okay? One that is currently Republican, that's step one, where there's a progressive running, not just a regular Democrat, that's two, and three, that it's a relatively close race. Hobbit! Thank you so much for the 7 gifted tier 1 subs. My dude, your generosity is off the fucking charts. Thank you. Your statue may be short, but your stature, but your heart is big. And then you say with the $5, I am Saki Tanuki. True, you are now Sake Tanuki. It's a title that passes from person to person. Likewise, excuse me, Sneaky Wikiki, Table Knife, Mythaldu, B-Star Music, Spitonu, and Spitonu again. Thank you for the gifted tier 1 subs. You people are incredibly kind, and I really, really appreciate that. Look at all the white names in chat that are on screen right now. There's always more people to look at, you know? But you people are fighting against the tide. All right? Sade Stars, thanks to tier 2 sub. The Nico Sam with $2. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, gotcha, comrade. Sake Tanuki with $10. Re, Miss Donos Re. I love you, buddy. I hope you know that. Nightly Drugs with the $5. I'm glad to hear the DSA is recommending swing states to vote for Biden, at least. Pew Pew and I'm a Toaster and M7, thank you very much for the tier 1 subs. I really appreciate that. Horse me, I'll take a look at your shit soon, comrade. Horse me with $2. Not sure about women libs have to be nice. Here's a gender bent 2016 debate and Fem Trump looks good. Positive MAGA in comments. Wait, what? Her opponent for full archival version. This is a 35-minute long thing. I'll take a look at it soon, comrade, but I'm pretty sure it's well known in political circles that women are way more at risk of being called, like, bitchy if they are, you know, domineering. Though that effect is going to be more pronounced for left-leaning candidates because conservatives don't mind a bitchy woman on their side, and Democrats are going to be less sexist when they evaluate their opponents. Shafi Sekalala, thank you for the 5,000 unknown currency unit. Come join r/Rose Wrist. We have nice memes. Yeah, Rose Wrist is a great YouTuber for sure. Actually, while I have you guys here, you should probably join the epic big brain subreddit Vosh V, patrolled only by the patricians of online political content. Seriously, nothing but good vibes here. And also, Tempest told me to shout this out. My Instagram. Get your asses in here. We're almost at 10,000, okay? Look at all the shit. Look at all this crazy shit that's going on. How does his face do that? Remember back when I had a camera? Those were the good old days. Wild. Pumpkins. We went pumpkining a year ago. Probably not gonna this year. Get in there, people. Pumpkins. Why doesn't he have a camera? My camera's being weird today. I'll fix it after stream. It needs some finagling, you know. Oat Punk, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Sin Phoenix, thank you for the $5, comrade. Happy birthday. And yeah, shout out to your Twitch and YouTube, Sin Phoenix. That's SYNFENIX. Good luck and happy birthday, man. Trey Rollan with the tier 4 sub. Want some pure hopium? Look at the Texas polling and remember that Texas oversamples its Republican population by 10%. 2016 Trump underperformed by 3 points. Well, if that pattern holds true, then we may actually see blue Texas and blue Florida, which would just be insane. We will see. We will see. Arnold Ave, Beta Analytics, and Horsme again, thank you very much for the tier 1 subs. I have not seen The Boys yet, but I have every plan to. I was actually just talking about that with Hyena last night. It looks like it would be a fun watch. Horsme and Casper Christiansen, thank you both for the $2. I have heard of both of these things, comrade. Brit Mouse, the tier 2 sub, thank you. Please take care of yourself with these headaches. I will, comrade. It's really, they're all tension headaches. I just need good posture. Hey, posture check, everyone. Posture check. Are you slumping right now? Chill the fuck out. But not too chill, because otherwise you'll be slumping. Also, nice! 10K followers. Thanks, guys. Now Tempest will be able to do the swipe up thing for stuff on my feed. Thank you. Thoughtfully Donut, thank you for the $5. Comrade, sorry your mom's voting for Trump. I can't help you there, comrade. I can't fix that long distance. Sake Tanuki with the incredibly kind $10. How do we stop the GOP from doing the "it was Trump, we're just good honest folk working for the people" if the Dem rallying cry is "Orange Man bad"? Yeah, the issue is we need to transpose Democrats' hatred of Trump onto the entire Republican Party. There are no good Republicans. The whole fucking party fell behind Trump. There isn't like this principled base of Republicans who rejected his lies and his open advocacy for fascism and white supremacy. They didn't do it because they are fascists and white supremacists. We need to transpose that hate. And I'll be talking about that plenty come the recent time. Mozart Boy, thank you very much for the $5. Have you seen Steven's recent convo with Anna? Dude, Anna is top tier content. They really should not have streamed it, TBH. I think that Anna is probably a terrible person and incredibly manipulative, and I really, really don't care. It's unbelievable to me that she's getting into psychology. Holy shit. She needs to do some serious, like, self-evaluation. Oh, it's a Destiny stream meme. Don't worry about it. Kwame Pinnock, thank you very much for the $4. You know, you're not getting me to do a Ligma joke. Nope. Nice fucking try, buddy. Nice fucking try. Nice fucking try. I do love you, though. Just So Positive, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Comrade, congrats on starting HRT. Yeah, Nooberific, I used to just be an anime avatar. How far we've come, huh? Mr. Egg Sauce, no, it seems that Trump's copium infusion will not be live. Juicer, Rip Eduardo, my third cat. As for HB, if cameras freeze, you need to change the algobrator. Yes, that's the plan after stream ends. Bob Colum with the $10. You familiar with Henry Wallace, VP during World War II? He was an OG progressive and just like Bernie got the Democrat treatment, a depressing story. No, I don't know anything about VPs, to be honest. Nobody really pays attention to VPs in America. They're just not that centered in discussion. I know, but I can look into it. You know, I can give it a look. Sir Star F43 and Big Red, thank you all so much for the tier 1 subs. Ring Fit stream eventually, comrade. I got to get a little bit better on my treadmill first. True, Pogger you. True. Marlon Brimmer and David I, thank you both very, very much for the $5. I respect that very, very much. You should set up a debate with Peter Schiff. Maybe. Probably Casper Christensen. Horse me at the $2. Born of Marks and Void. Well, now I have a pickup. Truly disappointed. Thank you for the €2. The Dashing Rogue with the $5. Just a reminder that Lauren Chen is sleeping with her producer Liam. Where are the Gamergates now? I have no idea what the relationship between those things are, but I hope they're enjoying their sex. Somnio Static with a very kind $25. Rip these chuds apart anytime, comrade. Always got to get back to those roots, you know? Zio Queen with your 2 sub. That feel when no 14 werewolf boyfriends. Listen, every progressive's deepest desire is to be gangbanged by 14 werewolves in a park during the daytime. And I'm sorry that so few can actually meet that dream. But with genetic engineering, we will eventually make this a reality. Crimson Shin, thanks to $10. There will never be any Voshfield merch. Terribly sorry. And David Pina, yes, Trump is an acolyte of Nurgle. It is known. The Dashing Rogue, David I, and Psychos, thank you all so much for the $5. I really, really, really appreciate that. Remember, Lauren Chen is dating her producer, Liam Donovan. Clear violation of journalistic ethics. Wait, is it bad for people and companies to date their producers? I mean, I guess it's like, maybe you shouldn't date your boss, but is that an ethics violation? I'd have to look into it. I don't know. Felix Argyle with the $10. I support an ethno-state for the white name so the site chat may be free from the white name purge. Yeah, we can go send them all out to Trash Island. And Felix Argyle with the additional $10. Can I get a trans rights in chat? Do it, people. True, Big A Fish. HTTP Lovecraft with a very kind $10. Pit bulls are not naturally violent. They're intense, great for training. So are German Shepherds and many other breeds. My pit mix and Shepherd mix are dolls. I don't doubt it, comrade. I'm sure pretty much any breed of dog can be good, right? I mean, they're all dogs. Digiface Sarah with the $5. Shout out to the woman of Liebig 34 who were forcefully evicted today from their building in Berlin by an army of 1,500 cops ordered by right-wing landlord. I don't know if you need 1,500 cops to evict people, but I'll look into it because that sounds pretty wild. Yeah, my Chad webcam blew out my CPU's bussy. True. True. Maybe one day, Daniel. The Robot Chicken MLP with the $10. Thank you very much. A while back, I heard someone say they empathize with TERFs because trans women are taking away something from real women. Any idea what? Dude, TERFs never have any arguments. Every TERF's argument is just alluding at them having an argument. TERFs have concerns about safety. TERFs say that something's being taken away from real women. Well, what? What's the argument? We read over the entire fucking TERF manifesto from J.K. Rowling. There were no arguments in it, like at any point. It's just like vague concern trolling. It's so stupid. True, Quantum Q, an agent of Nurgle. Harry Selden, thank you very much for the tier 2 sub. I appreciate it, but if I get a new motherboard, I'll just buy it, comrade. I don't need any hand-me-down computer parts. Ultrasound 700 for $2. Loved your poll coverage, but you forgot last time had a way bigger portion of undecided and third-party voters. Biden is 50% enough states to win. That's true. Also, far more people are voting, which means there's going to be less ambiguity between the poll results and what actually takes place. We have to keep that in mind, of course. Henry Wiley, thanks for the 7 Canadian. For some reason, it's not letting me make larger super chat donations. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's trying to censor me. That's how it is, huh? Icy Hot Stunted, duly noted. Chromatic Scale with a tier 1 sub. Eat the rich, now eat the baby organs. They're onto our plans, comrade. Camino Manifesto, thank you for the very kind $2. Don't let being aborted dominate your life. True. Rockstar Skull is the $4. You should fight Sargon on pay-per-view. Sure. Why? Yeah, okay. That's one way to settle disagreements. Not too concerned. I've seen the man. Shafi Skilala with the incredibly kind 10,000 UGX. The Electoral College is affirmative action for Republicans. Fucking true. Nightly Drugs, the tier 2 sub. Thank you very much. Shaquille Oatmeal with the tier 1 sub. Who's this Vaush I keep hearing about? Why is he bad? Oh, he's like a Vaush. Vaush is a fascist, transphobe, necrophile, zoophile, pedophile. No relationship to me, of course. I'm a libertarian socialist with very principled moral views, but people keep confusing us. I don't get it. Divergence with the incredibly kind $20. Fracking sucks, but all our cars still run on gas. An immediate ban on fracking is stupid. Drilling oil is much worse. Investment in clean energy will kill it. Wait, what? Wait, nobody's calling for an immediate ban to fracking. Even people who would be implementing Green New Deal shit would be transitioning a ban on fracking so that we can maintain our economic needs while investing in green energy. Nobody's saying like we literally turn off all oil. We did it in Scotland. Scotland has like a tenth of the population of the United States. you have to start scaling it back. There's absolutely ways to do this without like destroying our economy. Or is it less than? It's 5 million? Oh, sorry, not a 10th, a 60th, a 70th of our population. Yeah. So of course they can do it because it's comparably much easier for them to meet the needs of their population. But it could be done. It could be done. Somniostatic with the incredibly kind $25. Trump literally just reads Facebook memes all day and thinks they're true and beginning to think he's not even that sly to make anything up. Oh, Trump has never come up with a lie on his own. That dude just follows fucking QAnon feeds and just regurgitates whatever looks the most like convincing and copium. You know? Aaron Villarreal with a very kind $10. I've studied the antibody treatment Trump has taken. It's a mixture of antibodies from animal coronaviruses. Basically, it's like throwing 1,000 darts at a target and hoping for a bullseye. Well, that's how it works sometimes, right? I mean, I don't know anywhere near enough about virology to be criticizing the medicinal, worth of the treatment. Henry Wiley, thank you so much for the 2 consecutive $7 Canadian donations. Either way, please start running anti-Trump ads. More people need to be exposed to your base content and arguments. Much love from Canada. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, a lot of my content has been anti-Trump lately, as it should be. We're running into an election. And if Trump loses, we get the transition rapidly to criticizing the Democratic Party after we robustly laugh at the Republicans for a good long time. We have to take our shots. We have to enjoy it. Don't think that like November 5th I would be dunking on Biden. We have to wait some time. Trump won't be leaving office until the beginning of next year. There's still room in there. Check out the Realm About podcast on YouTube. Maybe I will, comrade. Joe Caleb with a very kind $5. Did my argument about how VR technologies will bring massive change through 3D printing make sense at all? Or did you just go lol? Sorry, forgot old login, UN. I read through it. I don't know how convinced I am by it, but it's an interesting set of arguments. I've seen the Tim Pool tweet, folks. Mr. Egg Sauce, thanks the 2 Canadian. William Moore with the $2. Yeah, Trump is pretty fucking dumb. Keatle DeJoy. Yeah, Democracy 4 is out in early access. And additionally, I think I'll be talking to one of the developers on stream. Dead Marine 1980, sorry that your Virginian accent was misrepresented. Sake Tanuki with the incredibly kind $10. Biden's going to take away the gun I don't own that I was saving for going back in time and forcibly aborting Bensel Sharpener for his pre-existing conservatism. True. In Minecraft, obviously. In Minecraft with the time-traveling mod enabled. Rice Wine Raccoon Dog. With a very kind tier 4 sub, resubbing at tier 4 because I think you're worth the money. It's true. I am worth every pet. I am a high quality e-boy, content whore, who is deserving of every donation I get. Thank you so much, comrade. I really appreciate that. Somniostatic with the incredibly kind $25. Trump's bringing up all these weird little details from Facebook memes and just dropping them randomly. This entire convo is a series of dog whistles. Well, yeah, making a concrete argument would open you up to being directly and overtly criticized. Maury, thanks the gift to tier 1 sub. And then Maury and Genzo, thank you both for the regular old tier 1 subs. Really, really appreciate that, comrade. Shared Insomniac with a tier 2 sub. Thank you very kindly. The Hoop God, the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Good luck with your streaming on Twitch, comrade. It's rough but rewarding. I love and believe in you. Umar Ba and Casper Christensen, thank you very much for the $2 respectively. Yeah, Coomer Cat likes to rock and roll. 18 reviewer with the $5. You saying the GOP would have called anyone a socialist logically contradicts. Not voting for Biden gives the DNC an actual argument to blame Bernie Sanders supporters. I don't think so. The DNC won't call everyone a socialist. The GOP will. If you don't vote for Biden, the DNC does have a statistically stronger argument for impugning former Bernie supporters, but the GOP will call anyone a socialist anyway, no matter what. I don't think that there's a difference between like optics in conservative and liberal circles. Conservatives are way farther gone, generally speaking. Nathan Nelson with the $10. Watched your convo with Mexi through no fault of your own. She was right. One of the most unproductive conversations ever, lol. I still think that she mistreated me in that conversation. Some people say, oh, Vosh, you were so mean. I think it's a sexism thing, frankly, because Mexi is a femme and I'm a big grizzly boy. Frankly, I think that Mexi's logic was just really, really kind of shitty, and it didn't seem like she was listening to me. But I'm sure that Mexi is a good person, and I don't think she's like a bad, terrible human or whatever. I think Mexi probably caught secondhand VDS and came in with a lot of expectations that weren't met when I actually presented my positions, you know, as one is supposed to in a disagreement. But what are you going to do? Jason Schneider with the $5. What do you make of the Helmut Norpoth election prediction that gives Trump a 90% chance of landslide victory? Maximum cope. Maximum cope. 90% chance of a landslide victory? Are you fucking kidding me? While Biden is currently up on a 2-digit popular vote lead? That's insane. Like, it's absolutely delusional. It's partisan beyond belief. Venomfly with the $5. Thank you for your tirade against Christianity the other day. I've really struggled with its effects on me, and it felt like something you said what I couldn't say. Peppo hug. I try not to talk about religion that much because there are good people who watch me who are themselves religious, and I know that it hurts their feelings or whatever. I do generally think religion and mysticism are a cancer on the mind. I think there are plenty of ways to get all the benefits religion provides without any of the associated spirituality or mysticism. But people just get upset, so I don't, yeah. And it makes me sound like a lay, edgy atheist, whatever, but I don't know. Just call me TY. Thank you for the $5. Just wrote a paper on how authoritarian parenting leads to right-wing ideology and a cycle of violence. Would love to talk to you eventually in life. Maybe, comrade, during a call-in. Can't promise a convo over that specifically, but that sounds like an excellent topic for research. And I'm glad you've written it out, comrade. Outlaw the God. What are your thoughts on black nationalism? Depends on what you mean. Do we mean black nationalism, where it's about empowering black communities, allowing them economic autonomy so they aren't constantly beholden to racist systems, and allowing them to empower themselves within our country? Or do we mean black nationalism, where we say, fuck it, black people and white people can't get along, time to form a black country somewhere in Africa? If it's the former, very much in favor of it, like the Black Panther Party was. If it's the latter, I'm very much against it, just like Malcolm X was later in his life after he realized what a shit idea it was. Just to clarify. Sheep Tar with the $5. Put me in, coach. Let's talk about Blue Lives Matter and mask on activists. No, thank you, comrade. We're rolling down. Thek here with the very kind $10. Watching Republicans and Trump twist reality reminds me of how my boyfriend twists reality. Guess I don't need to save up for buying a house with them. Yeah, I'd say just as a general rule, if you're reminded of your significant other when you look at Republicans or Trump talk, that's probably an indication that you should fucking dip, probably. That's just my personal belief, of course, you know. Good luck with whatever decision you make, but yikes, doesn't sound good. God Brando and Roos Red Wings, thank you for the £5 and €5, respectively. Really appreciate that. Thomas Cruz, the $2. Vosh, will you interview Shahid Buttar? What are the odds in that race anyway? Isn't that... Wait, hold on. We're getting pretty close to the election. I don't know. I don't think it's very close. Yeah, in the runoff, in the open primary, it was 74% for Nancy, 13% for Shahid Buttar. It's rough out there, folks. It's rough out there. And 99 to 1. He'll see. Sake with the $10. What about Kyle Kalinske as a no debate beta pack? Maybe, comrade. We'll think about it. Noah Procco, Ashtray, and Sapir Sobhani. Thank you very much for the $5. Sorry if I butchered any names. What would you tell a friend who's drinking the Thomas Sowell Kool-Aid? The Thomas Sowell is a fucking idiot. Every time I see that guy speak, it literally sounds like he doesn't even... Like, it actually sounds like he just browses the, like, our libertarian subreddit and has no fucking idea what he's talking about. Like, at all. Sowell, sorry. I gotta go through. But, like, he really does come off, like, spectacularly partisan, ideologically driven, and biased. Solel? I don't care. Shut up. Ashtray, we can't get a communist system with this two-party system and divided government, so we have to fix that system and that government, and then we can get communism. It's a procedural thing. Jerf Bonzos and Vader of Death, thank you both very, very much for the $5. True, you can be a Marxist, you can be a Leninist, but you can never be a Marxist-Leninist. Fucking true. Marxism-Leninism is a spook designed by Stalin to give people the impression of overemphasized synchronicity between the beliefs of Marx and Lenin. Ian Newcomb, Mio, Kilia, and Sheeptar, thank you so fucking much for the $5. Sheeptar, thanks for the email. Can't promise conversation, but I'll respond when I can. Thank you. Gotcha, Mio, Kilia. When I have people on stream to talk, it's either because they're prominent or because they disagree. And Ian Newcomb, your idea for a PAC targeting local races to push candidates over the edge is how the Republicans have taken hold of most local offices in the U.S. Yeah, they did it. Why the fuck can't we do it? Melmo McMurr, with the $5. My boyfriend's Alex Jones-loving father wants to debate me, but is anti-information. What do I do? Your boyfriend's dad wants to debate you? Holy fuck, is that a red flag? Jesus Christ. If I was dating some boy and his dad was like, Alex Jones-loving dad was like, hold on, you're not one of those Satanists, are you? Wait, do you believe the lie of liberalism? Come here, sit at the dinner table. You know, like I don't know. That's like a warning. I'd bring a gun to that debate. Holy shit! Not for him, for me. In case things get bad, don't let him capture you alive. Ego 47 Das, thanks for the gift of tier 1 sub. Edirndon, Tom, and Maury, thank you all for the tier 1 subs. Really, really appreciate that. Happy to make you all as based and red pilled as you like. Aju with the $5. How do I call? I want your opinion on a conspiracy theory I've been interested in for years. Thanks for the knowledge. My pleasure, comrade. Unfortunately, not doing call-ins on stuff like that at the moment. We are pretty fucking packed as shit goes. I'm afraid. You know how it is. I think I just accidentally clicked out of a dono. Fuck! Okay. Why do I do that? Gecko State Truckin'. And Senior Francisco, thank you very, very much for the $5. Do I drink? What's your poison? I don't drink. I smoke weed late at night to help me sleep because I get bad sleep in general. I just stay awake, you know? But apart from that, I don't really use substances that much. R. Krauser and Chase Moy, thank you both very, very much for the $5. Do you think Gavin Newsom should choose to fill Kamala's seat if Biden gets elected? I don't know. Gavin Newsom. Wait, that sounds familiar, but my name is failing me right now. The California governor? Isn't he governing right now? I mean, possibly. Maybe. Dumb Bunny with the $5. Any tips on how to get cucked? Encourage your partner to sleep with other people and then tell you about it in a demeaning manner, I suppose, if that's your preference. I believe in you. I think you can do it. Can we make the horny cat noise the donut noise? Absolutely not. Maury, thanks the gifted tier 1 sub. First last, the $5. Would you be willing to go over Prop 21 in the CA general? I want to vote no, but the material benefits for gig workers. Isn't Prop 21 bad? I'm pretty sure it's bad. I would need to look into it. Is it Prop 22 for the gig workers? I would need to look into it. Yeah. Ashtray. Today I woke up to see my Twitter replies flooded with tanky swerfs. They said sex work is wage slavery and wouldn't work under communism. How do I respond? What? Sex work is work. First of all, if you're a swerf because sex work is wage slavery, you're not a fucking communist, okay? So you're not even a tanky. What you are is a fascist. No person who honestly believes in communism could possibly believe sex work is some kind of unique form of wage slavery that isn't also other work, you know? Also, sex work can be pretty empowering, dude. There's nothing inherently bad with sex work, you know? I mean, you can ask, I've known sex workers, you can ask prostitutes, cam workers. A lot of these people are doing this work because it sucks way less shit than waiting tables, you know? Usually when sex work is bad, it's because they're either trafficked or they're abused or they're forced into it because there's no other work they can do. And all of those are external conditions that can be improved economically without banning sex work, you know? Yeah. Alan A. duly noted, comrade. Thank you. Super Neuter. Thank you very much for the $2. I don't know much about Extinction Rebellion myself. I think it's a lib movement though. Killock with the $5. Thank you very much. True, yeah, he was getting that search engine optimization in that interview. Wolf Cola with the tier 1 sub. Would you be interested in covering the Supreme Court Senate debate? Isn't that happening like today or tomorrow or something? I might, but it'll probably be in a VOD. Dumb Bunny with the very kind 20 bucks. Hey Vosh, I'm Christian. I hereby give you permission to talk smack about Jesus on my behalf. Do it, do it, do it. We've got it coming. I think Jesus is generally pretty cool. My issue isn't with Jesus. It's with just mysticism in general. But I'll keep your permission in mind. Lucas Demos, thank you for the $2. Duly noted. Prog Pally with the $5. Thank you very, very much. Here's how to fix the gun problem. We all take turns with one gun. Maybe. Bart's the man with the $10. My conservative roommate said the polls are inaccurate because people are afraid to admit they're voting for Trump. Ah, yes, that's the classic mega cope response. Actually, all available evidence pointing to a Biden landslide is fake because people are just nervous to admit they support Trump. No, sorry, no. That it fits two purposes because it makes them feel they still have a shot, and it also makes them feel like an oppressed minority, like Jews who have to wear golden stars and hide who they really are. Dumb Bunny, you can absolutely be a Marxist-Leninist Bidenist. Biden presents the synchronicity between Lenin and Marx. Thank you. El Pollo Loco. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the antibody treatment is tested on cells from aborted fetuses. Very true. Barackalypse Obama-geddon with the $5. Look forward to seeing what you're able to do about forming a PAC. Stay well. It's going to take some time. You know, I need to save up. I hope you guys can appreciate the fact that if I do form a PAC, because I have every intention of doing so, that it will represent a significant monetary expenditure on my part. More so, you know, than I think any other person in my position is willing to make, you know? Like you can ask other YouTubers if they'd be contributing a fraction of $1 million to a PAC. I guess any number would be a fraction of $1 million as long as it's less than $1 million. Where will you get the PAC funding from? Donos? Yeah, you people. Bring it in. Bring it in. Gotcha, Noah Procco. My bad. Thank you, comrade. Yeah, Germany was a group of city-states till Bismarck tied it together fighting off Austrians. Fuck those Austrians. Fucking making Hitler. Is this a joke? Why would it be a joke? What else am I going to do with my money? Invest it? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, we got a couple of links to go through, and then we're good. Shafi Sikalala with the 5,000 unknown currency. This feels like a bit of a LARPy take from Xanderhall. Let's see. You guys do your LARPy violent revolution tomorrow and see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to build class consciousness and advocate for socialist and communist to enter positions of power in our government and change it from the inside. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yo, bro, how's that market socialism transition state into anarchism going? It's kind of stupid. It's not like the entire reason why anarchists differ from Marxism is because the former don't believe in a transitionary state while Marxists do. There are other differences between them, like what the definition of state is. I don't see how this is LARPy from Xanderhall at all. Generally speaking, if a person opens a conversation with, bro, how's that communism doing? That person's probably not operating in good faith. Like, we're not in market socialism right now. Like, we're not. These are processes that take centuries. It's a little dumb. Sweet Nothing's the $10. Thank you very much, and a Twitter link at that.
And I'm Sophie Anderson, and we are the Cock Destroyers. To all of our American fans, remember that being a true cock destroyer means destroying oppression and defending those who need it the most. You can register now at vote.gov.
Shove that vote in my ballot box.
Oh, give Uncle Sam the blowy he deserves.
Yeah. I'm Rebecca.
All right, now all the Coomers in chat are accounted for with their votes. Nicely done. Based Corellin with the $10. What is this? Halloween costume idea? What? Sure. Yeah, if you want to, you can dress up as Mr. Freeze from Batman. That's a thing you can do if you want. This feels very impromptu. Yeah. Kind of looks like Biden. Dude, the jokes from this movie were so fucking on point. Time to put you on ice. Chill out. You freeze the means of production. Yeah. Good shit. Blame it on the bubble with a very kind $5. Thank you. Bosch cancellation attempt 1006. What is this? Keith, who's Keith Woods? Former friend of Vosh alleges he admitted to watching. Oh yeah, I saw this. So you know how right wingers have been trying to, because they can't deal with my arguments, they've been trying to pin like pedophilia allegations on me forever. Now one of them, this drama site, said an anonymous friend says that Vosh totally used to look at CP or something like that. Like they were like, oh yeah. Also, we found this friend of Vosh. And he like super liked CP or something. I'm pretty sure that I could sue these people if I wanted to, but I honestly think they just want the attention. This anonymous friend, you know, she goes to a different school. Jakey Snakey at the $5. Can we maybe talk about how Trump said he's trying to indict his political opponents? Joke's on you. I like looking at the stick bug. I'm not mad at the stick bug. I like the stick bug. Also, hasn't Trump literally talked about indicting political opponents? He ran on lock her up. Like it's not even a stick bug. He actually does that. Daniel Lannister, thanks the $5.
Not a big fan. I like crap.
I'm not watching skits. We're not doing that. Especially puppeteering skits. I love you. Thank you for the dono. Salton C with the incredibly kind $20. I'm off to vote in the San Francisco Bay Area after this. Thanks for the... Ooh, doxed yourself. Thanks for the stream as always. Love this Vosh meme. Apologize if it's old news. Oh yeah, I saw this. I quite like this one. Wait, you think Trump and Biden are the same? Pink sus? Bernie Sanders was not the imposter. Vosh was not the imposter. Noam Chomsky was not the imposter. AOC was not the imposter. I really like this. This actually conveys a lot of information in a very culturally relevant way. But this is actually really fucking funny to me. This conveys so much more information than it seems it does. It's very clever. I really appreciate it. Parasocialism TV with 2-1 sub. I responded to Lauren Chen with my video and it got a lot of traction, lol. Good. Yeah. You're doing the bread tubey thing, right? Good. Mixed race person living in Canada telling Americans they can't also have healthcare because America's too racially diverse. I'm exhausted. Yeah. Good. True. Good. Sada Shine with $2. I'm surprised you got to talk to Shane Dawson. And did you see this? N-word and music warning.
More money make more rain.
Guys, remember that Twitter, the Twitter video of this guy? And he's drinking like a thing on his, he's drinking like a carton of juice while on a skateboard, and he looks cool, and it's got music and stuff like that. Remember that guy? Ocean Spray. Yeah, he's doing, well, apparently here he is rapping over a song, and he says the N-word with a soft A. And this guy's like, please don't say nothing to me about this man. But then I looked at it, this woman's tweets, and I think she's a hotep, because she did a tweet where she said the Jews weren't oppressed or something like that. Did somebody else link that here? Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can find... I don't know if I'm going to find fucking porn if I scroll down. Oh, yeah. She says a bunch of it's gay for men to do X stuff. Yeah. And let me see if I can find... Yeah, here we go. Here's Chinks play too much lol. Yeah, I'm trying to catch all of it in here. Where's the Oh, here we go. Yep. Nothing wrong with what Nick Cannon said, and please don't say nothing else to me. We have this discussion every couple of years. In what world is being Jewish privileged? The whole world. Jared Kushner, a Republican Jew, getting more Arab countries to agree to bombing Palestinians. Need your jaw wired shut again. Yeah, so this person is a hotep. They're a black Nazi. They have essentially identical positions to a far white supremacist, except they black instead of white, and that's it. Just a little flip, little mirror flip. Far white, yeah. The term hotep is derived from how these people also peddle conspiracy about like the origins of Egypt and how black people built Egypt. So they're called Hoteps kind of derivatively. And I can say that because one time I had a black woman on stream and she said I could say Hotep to refer to these people. Trump is doing a town hall. You got to stream on Thursday? Oh, shit. I got the H word pass, baby. Posada Sean, thanks to tier 1 sub. What is this dumbass meme? Dude, you're giving the conservatives so much ammunition with this shit. Good ass shit. Yeah, meow, that's right. Yeah, Artemy can be meowth. TJ Gamer with the $5. Trump sounds so sick the Republicans are injecting gallons of copium an hour into their veins. Yeah, he was like hacking up in the Tucker interview. Jesus. Rivera Life, thanks to the $5. There's your fraction of a million. Zephyrus, the $3. The wife of a Trump supporter is a sex worker on OnlyFans that specializes in cuckoldry and interracial porn, and her husband is into it. Can you explain this? The biggest consumers of cuckoldry and interracial porn have always been white supremacists. Of course, they get off on it. People tend to eroticize fears that they have. One of the greatest fears white supremacists have is of the sexual virility of black men, you know, the perceived superiority of black men. So they fetishize it. Yeah. Salty Sea Pony with the $5. Good luck with recovery from your gallbladder removal. Jesus Christ. Debbie Salt with a very kind $10. Thank you very, very much. I was looking into your ultimate research document and I found a blog response by Unorthodox Theory refuting it. Was curious if you seen/covered it. Yeah, there are a lot of like far right people who have done docs like debunking my docs, and they're all terrible. It's always like blog posts, or they ignore huge chunks of info or deliberately misinterpret statistics. I only put articles in my research doc if they're bulletproof. I don't put any weird like outliers in there. I don't put any fucking articles in there. Everything in there is solid, peer-reviewed, highly methodologically sound shit that I have personally looked over and vetted. So when these people come at me with their big counter Vosh document and it's just a bunch of like just dog shit that they've smeared together and everything, like I could go over it, but all it would really do is give them attention and waste a fuck ton of my time. And they can do it they can do it like effortlessly. It takes them like 2 hours to come up with a new counter document. It would take me weeks to go through every one of their sources, say this one's irrelevant, this one's bad data, this one doesn't refute the thing it says it refutes. So it's just not a good investment in time for me. If these people really have data to debunk mine, you know what they would do? They would debate me and counter my data live. But they don't do that. In fact, the last time I debated racial inequality in America with Stryker and Alsup, they fell hilariously flat on their face. If it's so easy to debunk the data I have, you'd think they'd actually be able to present it in a live format. That's how you're going to get me. But I'm not giving these guys a bunch of fucking attention because they wasted 2 hours linking together, blog spam. An ashtray with the $5. One more donut today just to say thanks. You're the main reason I'm not actually a tanky, and as a bi-mask NB, I love how queer-friendly / chill the community is. My community is sick as shit, okay? My community is fucking poggers, all right? I'm glad you like it too. Crosby M with the $2. Do you like horses? My mother is an alcoholic. Is that a BoJack reference? True, all smiles. Maybe Pigeon could be meow. Ziggy with the $2.29. Have you seen Dear White People? I have not seen Dear White People, no. Prawley Easton with the $5. Thank you very much. Doing my best to encourage voting since the possible swing in Texas. My close doomer friends render it useless because deep state shadow money tips. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing a get out there and vote stream. And by the way, I can't confirm anything, but by the way, I might be able to do it with a very, very special guest co-host. So we'll see on that. And Wolf Cola with the $5. No problem for showing you the light of anarcho-Bidenism. Here's the debate you were referring to. SC's Graham Harrison to meet in second. Oh, you meant South Carolina, not a Supreme Court confirmation here. Yeah. I'd be interested in going over this for sure. This is tonight, so we can cover it maybe tomorrow when we next get the chance. Yeah, for sure. I'm very, oh man, dude, if Harrison beats out Graham, oh yeah. Jake VDS, thanks to the tier 1 sub. Anglerfish with the $5. Do you think people who draw porn for a living are sex workers? Hot take here? I think they are, yeah. I think that if your job is to elicit sexual responses from other people, you are a sex worker. Whether you do that with your body or with art you produce, I think there's a kind of sex work there, but it's obviously not the same as being a cam or a sex worker. If you disagree, it's just art. Well, so is dance, but naked dancing on cam can be considered sex work. I don't feel like a sex worker. Well, that's the thing. I think destigmatizing sex worker is important. If you're a cam girl, you're not touching anybody. But if you're doing art, you're also not touching anybody. But in both cases, you're using your body directly or indirectly to produce things that are meant to elicit sexual responses. I just think that hyper niche pushing, wouldn't that make pimp sex workers though? Well, by definition, but they're hurting other people with it, right? Hassan's going to be doing a live video with all the all gas no breaks about QAnon. They're going to be going to a Q protest. Oh, fuck yeah. That sounds amazing. I suppose it's definitely different than like sex work is though. Yeah, well, yeah, there are different types of sex work. Camming and prostitution are incredibly different. You guys realize that cam working and being a street prostitute are massively different, but we both call them sex work, like even though there are huge differences. When it comes to risks, when it comes to your job responsibilities, you should also keep in mind, by the way, that whether you're a hentai artist or a prostitute, sometimes laws meant to target the former or target the latter can affect the former as well. For example, laws that were meant to target sex trafficking, quote unquote, also ended up hurting a lot of sex artists, furry, hentai, whatever, who make their money off of Patreon. Because Patreon now, or the Tumblr ban on porn, this affects them equally. Whether you're selling nudes of you like fucking people or selling art of people fucking people, if you were making your money off Patreon, Tumblr, or other services, you're under equal threat off of these shared legal, attacks. So it's not the same thing at all. I just think it's a different category of sex work, personally. We go by the definition. What is a sex worker? Doesn't look like there's a single solid definition of sex worker. A sex worker is a person employed in the sex industry. Okay, well, sure. Thank you. Esther X, the very kind $5. Can we please take a moment to celebrate the fact that Blair is not 1 million subs anymore? Wait, what happened to Blair's subs? Did she lose subs or something? What happened? Wait. IMO, this is kind of a bad take, and you should probably do some thinking before saying a platform, Vosh. Hyena, I've seen you bitching in chat. Like, you said like 10 times, oof, this is a bad take, which is pretty obnoxious and woke scoldy for you, but you haven't actually said anything that's an issue with it, and I directly addressed the criticisms you made. So maybe you should take some time to think up your criticisms before just typing them out in chat. What happened to Blair White's subs? Ah, okay. She has dipped down below the 1 million mark by losing 1,000. I see. Maybe because of the thing? Maybe because the thing where she lied about the bodybuilder? Skiddo with the 666. Rule 34, people can be anything on the internet, so isn't all work sex work? Well, no, I mean, sure. But yeah, but that doesn't make like a woman a sex worker because she has to like change her socks while on public transit and somebody sees her feet and jerks off to it, you know? Look, there's obviously ambiguity here. Whatever the case may be, yes, you know what? All work is sex work. I'll stand by it. Trump said fuck on Rush Limbaugh. The goal was to end stream early. My God, you people. What is this?
Going to do.
Right.
And Iran knows that, and they've been put on notice. If you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
Right.
And Iran knows that, and they've been put on notice. If you fuck around with us, if you do something...
Damn, it's so weird actually hearing him say fuck. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, don't show me this. Don't make me like him. All right, people, chill the fuck out. I love you all very much. I'll be streaming tomorrow, unless something terrible happens. You're all beautiful, phenomenal people. And yeah, take care of yourselves. I'll see you all soon, okay? Next time we'll have the cam working. Thank you.